What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Scotty, man. Watch Party FAMU Alcorn Battle of the Toilet Bowl.
Not a custom.
Coming off of back-to-back losses here at home, and James Colsey III is awaiting to take the field. We already have some fun excitement around in the pregame ceremonies at what you expect to see for homecoming festivities, and it's a Petty get to start trying to shake things up. That was the idea of this.
Yo, this nigga Cozy is so grimy, bro. I swear to God, he's so grimy. He gonna start Petty for the hardest team of the year, and then bring this nigga RJ Johnson. That dude so foul, bro. So foul.
To Thad Franklin, trying to be patient, waiting for blocking.
So foul.
Short gain.
He's foul.
Jr., the senior out of Winter Park.
You gotta be kidding me. You start Petty against the toughest team in HBCU, and then you bring RJ Johnson for the toilet bowl. That nigga so grimy, bro. If I was Petty, bro, I'm out. I'm out this piece.
Dominate the line of scrimmage against this Alcorn defensive line, which is second in the conference in rush defense.
3 wide receivers to the bottom of your screen. They hand it off once more, trying to find some room and really nowhere to go as the defensive line for Alcorn State standing strong and pushing the Rattlers back a yard.
All about the penetration. Let's see how many orange jerseys are up the field. None. As you mentioned, stonewalled at the line of scrimmage by the Alcorn State defense, forcing an obvious passing situation.
Here, 2-by-2 formation as Johnson looks to the sideline for the call. Here on 3rd and 9 from their own 36.
Man-to-man coverage on the bottom of the field is where I would take a look.
Johnson with plenty of time and decides to tuck it and run, and he picks up the first down as he scampers out of bounds.
That's crazy.
So RJ Johnson does have that ability as he was forced down by Bakari McCall, who was given chase 11-yard pickup.
Yeah, probably thought he should have gone this side of the field anyway from the pre-snap read, but the athleticism to recognize there was enough room to pick up the first down yardage. Good play for RJ Johnson to keep the drive alive.
Now ball on the 47-yard line of Florida A&M.
And get back to running it. You have to be able to establish you can run the football.
Instead, looking to pass and then dumps it off at the last minute to Thad Franklin Jr. In a solid play of 7 yards on first down, that's going to bring up 2nd and short.
Yeah, miscommunication between the wide receiver core and the quarterback. But RJ Johnson able to improvise and pick up positive yards on first down.
Well, the offense of their shotgun, Willie Simmons, the former head coach, you see during his tenure of 6 years at Florida A&M and where it is now. But Henry Burris and Cedric Williams, the co-offensive coordinators, looking to breathe life for the remainder of the season into this offensive unit. And Franklin with enough yardage to pick up the first down, a little bit more as to Marion Edwards on the tackle, the 3-year starter for the Braves.
And the reason why I'm kind of hard-headed as a broadcaster about force feeding the run, Thad Franklin is a power running back. So when the other team comes up and they're excited, they're eager to know to stop the run, they may have some success, but the more you feed the ball to a big running back with speed, the higher his opportunity becomes to really make his impact.
I picked FAMU for this game. I didn't think RJ
Back to Johnson, who unloads it and
I
caught.
got FAMU winning this game because I think Alcorn is just that bad. But I mean, I don't know if I'm not a fan of RJ Johnson. That's crazy. That's crazy. I think that is so grimy to start Petty against the best HBCU team, and then you bring RJ Johnson in for homecoming. That is so grimy, bro. So grimy. I'm not gonna let that go. That's grimy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because RJ Johnson has had bad games and he hasn't been taken out like how they did. I just think that's grimy. I'm sorry. That's gonna bother me for some time.
Behind the defensive back, let me throw it and give him a chance. You just got to let it go. Doesn't have to be an accurate throw, just has to get in the vicinity. Nicely executed by Florida A&M.
Inside the red zone. And the direct snap to Thad Franklin Jr. and he's down at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, so Jet Petty started the NC Central game, right? He started for the NCCU game. Had a really bad game. I think he threw like 3 picks or something crazy like that. But my point is that you don't play RJ Johnson at all in that game. And then you allow RJ Johnson to come back in for the Alcorn game and he starts. You don't even give Petty another chance to kind of get it right or play against a lesser competition. You just put RJ Johnson back in the game. That's grimy. I don't care what nobody says. That's grimy. That's a flag. Jesus Christ.
Goldie Lawrence down near the 1, but some laundry out on the field.
I think they're going to call Thad Franklin for might have been a chop block or a block in the back. He was the guy that really sprung the run to the outside with the misdirection.
Charles Green, our official for the SWAC officiating crew today.
Personal foul. Illegal block below the waist. Number 0 on the offense. 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay, second down.
You see, he's playing the lead blocker there.
Yikes.
Oh, that's questionable. It was not below the waist as indicated. He started high, but then fell low. That is a tough break for Florida A&M.
So instead of being on the 10-yard line, that penalty backs them up. Ball spotted at the Braves 21. Second and
I wouldn't be. I mean, they're just a bad team. They're just a bad team. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They're just a bad team.
Goes to the sideline after the penalty. Johnson looking, has a man in the end zone and overthrows Goldie Lawrence.
And this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. That is RJ Johnson wrapped up. That's RJ Johnson wrapped up in a bag right there. Like, bro, how do you miss that?
You cannot miss that.
That is RJ Johnson wrapped up in a big package bow for FAMU. That is RJ. How do you miss that? That is, oh my God. That is just absolutely horrible. And again, Cozy won't say shit about that in the press conference, but that is RJ Johnson wrapped up in a bow. If you wanted to explain to people why FAMU is as bad as it is and why FAMU can't put points on the board and why they can't score touchdowns, that's the guy they keep trotting out there every single week. But then you won't put Jet Petty in the game because he plays against the worst. He plays his worst ball against the best team in HBCU football. That's crazy. Well, one of the top teams in HBCU football. That's crazy to me. Just absolutely crazy.
Field goal attempt on the way from Daniel Porto, the junior out of Orlando, Florida. Hold. The kick is up. And it is through. So the Rattlers strike on the board first, courtesy of an opening drive field goal as they lead here. Alcorn State will get the ball back.
That is absolutely. I'm watching. I got a lot of games going on. I got Ole Miss on the big TV. I got Grambling and oh my God, good breakthrough. I got Grambling and UAPB. UAPB is battling, but this quarterback, he's as good as he is. He's a headache because he's throwing 2 picks. Let me see, FAMU 3. Let me see, Alcorn. I go Alcorn first. Alcorn State. Alcorn 0 versus FAMU 3. So that's really what it is, yo, JSU, man. JSU might embarrass everybody. That ain't nothing new. These teams are not good. Period. Just flat out, period. They're not good. That looks like what Grambling need to be doing, just power run. That's the only thing that's been working because T-set is not it. T-set has looked absolutely horrible. Listen, if they give you the belt, I mean, there's really nothing you should do. Oh, come on, white boy. You got to throw that ball away. If Alcorn give you the belt, everybody got to go. You might as well I just start forfeiting the rest of the games. And again, what makes this even worse is that this is probably the best. Oh, that's a great run. This is probably the best home schedule that FAMU's had in, I don't know, in probably the last 2 or 3 years. And Cozy is just shitting it to I mean, he's literally just shitting it to the bricks, just throwing it to the wind. It doesn't. It has no problem with what he's doing. That's pretty much what it comes down to. That is pretty much what it comes down to. There we go.
Florida A&M with a 3-0 lead with 9:29 to go.
I think FAMU wins. I think I said, like, let me see what I said. "24-17." All right, so there goes my 3. So I just need them to have 3 other touchdowns, but that was my score.
You saw the pass that he missed. You saw the busted play that they made a 7-yard. So they did not establish the passing game, and they're yet to establish the
She said
rushing
one time.
game yet. So they're down points, but they still did not dominate that opening drive like you would think.
That was boomed into the back of the.
This is where if I'm FAMU, I need to be worried about. Offensively, we've been inept, right? But defensively, can we stop Alcorn's rushing attack? I'm on the sideline watching this. Oh Lord. Oh Jesus. That man on the sideline watching this. Give me them sideline updates, Zay. Give me them sideline updates.
Kind of assess his film. What do you expect to see?
I mean, he's a pocket passer by nature. He likes to throw in the pocket, but he has the ability to run. He just doesn't trust his legs yet. Not the most athletic quarterback you're going to see, but he's an efficient runner. And as a QB, you have to love it when a coach is telling you you can abandon your progressions in the passing game and run the football. Normally, it's the opposite. They say
I got a sideline reporter.
Opportunity to show that he can be a dual threat guy.
Well, the pass completion quickly out to Jacoby Matthews.
What's up, Marty?
Matthews gets the ball once again, slips out a little bit of room and a crease on that right side, but he trips up and a loss of 2 on the play. Correction, that was Jacorian Sewell on his first carry of the game.
We talked about Sewell a little bit in the open. The coaches just raved about him. They say not only does he look the part of an NFL player, but he acts the part of an NFL player, understands the big picture.
He swings out in motion to the left, and here is Tolbert, who's taken off, who has plenty of room to pick up the first down, and does so in a couple of yards more, a gain of 8.
And, you know, he recognized man-to-man coverage right away. So once they go out with the running back on the left side, that linebacker vacates. Nobody accounts for the quarterback. Great decision by Jalen Tolbert.
Junior out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, once again flicks it out of the backfield, and the pass is
good tackle.
The receiver is swung down. Amarian Blakes is wrestled out of bounds by Corey Collier Jr. Pickup of 2.
Bruh, you gotta catch. I'm sorry, I'm watching the Grambling game and the UFPB game. Oh, you gotta catch that.
Trying to go sideline to sideline against this Florida A&M defense.
You see the numbers last week in that convincing shutout win over Lincoln of California for Tolbert, 11 of 13, 134 yards and a couple of touchdowns. Jacorian Sewell, who was wrapped up and brought down behind the line of scrimmage by Brian Norris Jr., and then a penalty comes out after that.
Yeah, tackling above the shoulder. I think the hand might have been in the face mask. Kind of bailed out Alcorn State because it was a really good job of penetrating the line of scrimmage.
There's no foul on the play for a face mask. 3rd down.
So that penalty is nil, non-existent, and now 3rd down and 10.
quarterback, I would think, last time we had the passing situation, they played man-to-man coverage. I beat him with my legs. Now, probably a better opportunity. You'll see some type of zone. Be prepared to pick apart the zone coverage.
From their own 37, Tolbert with the snap, has time, avoids pressure, still looking downfield.
Dude, throw the ball. Intentional grounding.
As a couple of orange jerseys swarmed him, including Anthony
Jesus
Rozier
Christ,
and
throw the
Antonio
ball.
So that brings on the punting unit for the Braves.
Yeah, pretty decent pocket early on, but a great job of relentless pursuit by Jason Riles, number 27, coming from that linebacker position. Force the quarterback to try to vacate, nowhere to go with the football. Bring on the punt team.
It's featuring Duval, the sophomore punter out of Akron, ready to boot it away. Kenari Wiltshire standing at his own 21-yard line. Good punt. Lets it bounce, and Wiltshire sees it bounce into his own end zone. A 63-yard punt for Duval. And Florida A&M will get the ball back when we return.
Oh, this game is just boring. I'm not going to lie to you. Listen, man, Grambling should be losing by 3 touchdowns right now. I'm not even going to lie to you. Grambling should be losing by 3 touchdowns. UAPB, this quarterback is so reckless with the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, he's just throwing picks unnecessarily. Like, one was tipped and got picked, but the other 2 just bad reads and just throwing the ball away. But UAPB should be winning this game by far. By far. Jesus Christ. And the thing about the quarterback is he's not bad. Like, he has some potential. He has some ability, but no, sir. So it's just bad football all the way around. And who else plays today? Southern and PV. I should have just did. I really should just did a Southern and PV watch part. I ain't gonna hold you. I really should have. That should have been my only game, because these other games is ass. Absolutely ass. He said I can't watch him without crashing out. That's funny. I mean, crash out for what though? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see the point of crashing out. Like, at some point, it's like, when you know who you are, that's just who you are. Can't get mad at what it is. I mean, you can be frustrated, but to crash out about what you know, like, it's not like it's like, oh, they played bad this one game and I'm crashing out. Like, I just don't see the frustration. Like,
In Tallahassee on
they just
homecoming
are,
week,
they just are who we thought they were.
have a 3-0
Well, who I thought they were.
advantage against Alcorn State. Well, you remember Florida A&M, who joined the SWAC in 2021. Alcorn State.
Damn, they are. Listen to this. That they're 1-2 at home, 2 losses by combined 66 points. Jesus, that is just bad. That's just bad football.
Last couple of games here at Bragg, 2 of the last 3 have resulted in losses. They're looking to get back in the win column as that Franklin Jr. on the carry.
66 points. Jesus Christ.
And that's what you want to see right now. Thad Franklin's a guy you have to get involved in this football game. He needs to carry the load. That's an old school term in college football, a running back carrying the load, but he's that guy that makes it go. A lot of people remember, the old coach Willie Simmons. They called him Gunslinger Willie Simmons, but he knew how to run the football. They controlled the line of scrimmage.
They run it once again, and Thad Franklin Jr. wrestled down by Kenneth Andrews. So that's going to bring up 3rd and about 4.
Andrews, a really good one. Out of Clinton, Mississippi. 6'3", almost 300 pounds, plays that interior
You-
defensive lineman position, can be very disruptive in the running game.
So it's 3rd and 3. As Matt Franklin Jr. goes to the sideline. Jamal Haley in the backfield. Johnson looks across the middle and tipped and still gets it to the hand of a Rattler receiver.
Oh my God!
Ricochet off of one, and Jamar Taylor.
No, RJ Johnson is not good. I mean, like, this is it's a bad throw. He just gets lucky.
Great job by
He puts it on his back shoulder. He gets
Don't
lucky.
give up on the route. The ball was deflected to attempted pass to Wilcher, number 7. Ball ricochets, and Johnny on the spot. Jamar Taylor, first down, Florida A&M.
Just over 5 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Play action pass for R.J. Johnson and to the outside. And the pass complete for Marquez Bell. Gain of 9.
Good job of play action. And by the offensive coordinator, Henry Burris, what do you do when your quarterback's not really there? You simplify his read, play action, turn your back to the defense. You're going to get a one-on-one matchup to the outside, play catch with the wide receiver.
So 2nd and 1 from the 46, just over that Rattler mascot logo. And the carry up ahead, and it's going to be a first down. Kenneth Andrews coming in to make the stop.
You know it's bad when Bama's going underneath center to run the ball. You know it's bad. Bama's underneath center just doing stretch plays, stretch left, stretch. I haven't seen that in years.
When the drives get long,
Years.
it's a little bit warm outside. You know, Alcorn had to bring in a fresh set of defensive linemen. So now you've got the backup defensive line for Alcorn in the game. Run the ball. Wear them down. You warm out a little bit. See if the backups can stop the run.
They pass one across the middle. Wide open is Miles Campbell, the tight end. And Miles Campbell into Brave territory, into the red zone after that 33-yard
Who, me?
catch and run.
At FAMU Homecoming? And this team not sorry? Hell no. Ain't no way I would have been at FAMU Homecoming and they this sorry.
And Haley bouncing to the outside after that longest play from scrimmage.
They sorry. First of all, it is too expensive to go to a FAMU Homecoming, and this team is trash. No, ma'am. Well, you know, Mr. Campbell stay in Atlanta. I stay in Ohio. So for him, it's just a 3-hour drive, 3-4-hour drive. That ain't nothing.
Florida A&M is not a good third down offense. So what they have to do is stop the run and make it an obvious pass situation to give them a chance.
And Cedric Thomas electing to call a timeout. The defensive-minded head coach who returns on staff after being there with Fred McNair as a head coach, and now in his 2nd season with the Braves. He needs his group to do what they need to do to hold and try to stand and keep Florida A&M off the board.
I bet that T-Pain concert was lit. Oh, my gosh, bro. Throw the ball to Kareem Burke. Peters. Jesus. You got to know your personnel, man. Got to know your personnel. Got to know your personnel. Oh, that's dope. Yeah, it's way too expensive. I'm not a fan of what's going on with Tony right now. This is Jesus Christ.
Against the odds, I rise again with passion burning in my veins.
after a week off for RJ Johnson, the third after last game. He's come back refreshed, regained his job back, 3 of 3 on this drive for 52 yards, Jay.
Getting the job done and keeping his offense on the field. So they're yet to punt in this game. That's what you're judged by as a quarterback. However, they've got 3 points. Right now makes a big difference between 3 points and a touchdown if they can finish off this drive. Man-to-man coverage. I'm surprised at the amount of pressure that Alcorn's doing. They're playing old school SWAC defense. Man-to-man coverage across the board. Really leave yourself open in the passing game as well as the quarterback run.
Yeah, look for Canary Wilcher, 7 in the slot. They like him. Instead, the pressure coming from the Braves, and right in his face was Tobias Hinton. And the Braves being disruptive as Johnson, another look here.
And that play there, you have to know, if it's man-to-man coverage, they're coming after you as a quarterback. So that little cute fake he did to try and buy time to set up a screen, abandon that.
The ruling on the field. Third down. Incomplete pass.
And now when it sets up, it goes back to when you asked me earlier, what do you have to do?
No.
For A&M?
He's,
Well,
one, he's white.
but for Alcorn,
And if I'm him, I wouldn't take that job. If I'm Matt Leone, why would I take Alcorn as a job?
not good on third downs.
In fact, that was an area of concern for Coach Colsey, saying that's where we need to improve. Currently dead last in the conference on third down conversions. We'll make a correction there, not last. Third down, 9th.
Yeah, 94th in the country, though, in third down conversions. So they're not a good team in converting and keeping drives alive.
Florida A&M. That is their first short timeout and a half. It will be a 30-second timeout.
So Florida A&M spending the timeout with this impending 3rd and 5 upcoming. Well, Jay, as we mentioned, it's homecoming week here at Florida A&M University, culminating with the parade this morning. New president, Marva Johnson, participating along with, of course, the alumni bands come back. The Alumni Band Association for the Marching 100, the Royal Court, the FAMU Royal Court.
That's your favorite part.
Near and dear.
Is that the orange and green queen?
Well, all of the attendants are on there, including
My thoughts are this.
Queen of Green and
If you're the SWAC, or if you're an AD, or if you're a president, what are we trying to do here? Are we trying to, if you go find a celebrity, I think Southern needs to go find a celebrity coach. That's just my personal opinion. I think everybody else needs to go find some ball coaches, right? Like UAPB needs to find a ball coach. Bethune-Cookman, they can keep Little Bill again. Who else? I think Grambling needs to go find a ball coach. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at Art Browse. I don't think that's a celebrity hire. I just think that's a damn good hire. If they don't go that direction, you gotta go find you a guy that can go win you games. FAMU, if Teddy Bridgewater is available, then you go get Teddy Bridgewater. I think I've heard Larry Scott's name. I don't know if I go get Larry Scott. If I'm being honest, I don't know if I go get Larry Scott. He has some Florida ties and stuff like that. I just think there's too many coaches out here in the world. Why you keep saying Art Browse? I like Art Browse. Art Browse is a football coach. He's a ball coach. Like, yeah, if FAMU can get Teddy Bridgewater, I think that's a perfect fit. I think for all the celebrities, I think that is an absolute perfect fit, right? Because remember, no, not Billy Napier. I don't think you're going to be able to get Billy Napier, but Teddy Bridgewater was coached by Billy Roll, so he's probably good. Yeah, so I heard Larry Scott for FAMU, yeah, because he has Florida ties. He used to coach at Florida, the University of Florida. So you have that. What else? Teddy Bridgewater be great fit. For FAMU, I think you just gotta go. Yeah, people just gotta go get good coaches, man. Like, and it doesn't have to be in an H. I'm really getting tired of people just the pool of people only being HBCU people. That is the I think that's the problem that I have with national searches. I don't think any Power Five or Power Four assistant coach should just walk into these jobs, right? But at the same time, if I'm FAMU or if I'm Grambling, if I'm Southern, if I'm going to go, because these are championship programs. I'm not trying to get on the job training for these guys, right? I'm not trying to find a young guy who needs his time. No, 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 no. I gotta go find a coach that is used to building programs. Again, we are not D2. D2, you can go find a young guy who hasn't done everything the right way and all. I get all that. But for this, none of these programs are rebuild programs, right? None of these programs are rebuild programs. They're solid blue bloods that can get it going. I think the reason you bring in Quinn Gray is to stabilize the FAMU community because FAMU is really big on people having connections to FAMU. Like Willie worked because one, his family all went to FAMU, right? So he had those ends. He had family. He's from Florida, had family. Quinn Gray is in the same thing. It's the politics behind FAMU that I think that Quinn Gray works for, right? Because and plus he's a great evaluator at the quarterback position, and he understands what FAMU is, right? Um, I I'm not mad at Quinn Gray. I'm not. I wouldn't be mad. I would completely understand it. I would completely understand if they went Quinn Gray just to stabilize the base, right? You need to stabilize the base and everything and because it's fractured. The fans, it's there's a disconnect between the team and the fans, and that's what Cozy has done over these last 2 years of being the head coach, since Willie left. So again, if you can get Teddy Bridgewater, you get Teddy Bridgewater. If you cannot get Teddy Bridgewater, I think you get a Quinn Gray. Um, yeah. I gotta know what that staff gonna look like, man. That because really with Quinn is all about the defense. What is that defense gonna look like? And he got to be able to go get some guys.
Flag what it means. You're going to look for targeting, and you hope Wilcher, who is able to pop right up, is okay. But that was a big blow delivered there by number 3 for Alcorn State.
It almost looked like he timed it up perfectly. So not the kick-catch interference. Matter of did he hit him above the helmet? Was it a targeting? The helmet came off, but
Personal foul. Targeting. Kicking team, number 12. The previous play.
What possible head coaching jobs would you tell good coaches not to take? Alcorn. Alcorn. I would listen. If you're a really good coach, Alcorn and UAPB are the two jobs. Alcorn, UAPB, and nah, I wouldn't even say Alcorn. Somewhat Alcorn. But UAPB would be a job that if you're a really good football coach, I would be like, yeah, that's definitely not targeting. I would be like, you got to be really careful because UAPB and Alcorn are just tough spot. Like you just have to be really good at recruiting. Like I think that's the thing for me is this, right? I understand the NIL and paying players. I get all that. I get all that. But there is enough talent in the world where you don't have to. This Ole Miss D line is horrible. Okay, there is enough talent in the world that I feel that you do not have to pay a lot of players to get premium guys. Now, maybe you pay a quarterback, maybe you pay a corner, maybe a linebacker or something like that, maybe a DN, but you just really need some high level recruiters that really know how to go turn up every stone and every rock to find the guys that they're looking for and to build depth on their teams. So to me, if you're not a great recruiter, you can't go to UAPB and Alcorn because you're going to have to recruit. And let me say this, the best thing that ever happened to HBCUs is the one window portal, because that multiple window portal shit is that you had two or three guys at a position and then they jump back into the portal, after the spring season when they didn't. Wow, call up hell. That is horrible. That is horrible. That is a horrible call. But you know what I'm saying? So like you have to, those kids aren't able to just jump and dip, right? Like, oh, I don't like where I'm at. I'm gone, right? So, and HBCUs don't have the resources to really go out and just replenish all these kids that just left in the portal and dipped on them, right? So that's the biggest benefit that HBCUs have received is just that one portal window. Once you in, and once you out, right? So that helps a lot. I can't stand that Grambling handicap drum. I swear to God, I can't. That makes no sense. So, but yeah, if you're UAPB, I'm trying to find, if I'm UAPB, I'm trying to find a D2, D3 coach that has championship pedigree, that has won at his level, that has built programs. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for, because to hire Alonzo Hampton it was just sad. He had never won anything. So how does he know what winning's supposed to look like? How does he know what building a program the right way looks like? Mickey Joseph has never won anything. You can say whatever you want about Hugh Jackson. Hugh Jackson, when as a coordinator, was successful. I want to be very clear, right? Hugh Jackson as a coordinator was very, very, very successful. So that is what that is, right? Deshaun Jackson, the Michael Vicks, and we get what the celebrity is all about. We get all that. We understand what the celebrity is, and you know me, I'm always on the celebrity bandwagon because it brings notoriety, it brings money, it brings resources. So that's my play for that. But if celebrity is not your goal, if celebrity is not your position, oh wow, yeah, this Ole Miss D line is not good at all. Hold on, I'm sorry, but I think Tony Hall is a really good OC. I just think he needs. I just think you really need to see him in a really good situation. I hate to say that, but I think you need to see him in a really good. His Alonzo Hampton is okay. Makai Higgins is a good quarterback, but he couldn't keep him. Again, you have to. That's just the nature of the beast when it comes to transfer portal. You got to look at all these. Let me say something, right? Because I know a lot of people. Jackson State is the anomaly because they are paying these guys a high premium. Like they're not missing out on a lot of things. That collective that they have going pays them really, really well. So that's why you see them keep a lot of guys because they can pay really well. And you don't want to take a risk. This is the thing. If a kid could guarantee a check, you don't want to take the risk. I got that back. Well, I'll be back, guys. my door for me, please? Okay. Okay. Yeah. So back to my point. I think that when you're talking about this NIL and you talk about the transfer portal, you got to understand, kids. I would tell any kid, if you have an opportunity to make the jump. Right now, I would tell you to make the jump with some room. Like it's tough to make that jump on a 1 year, right? Because you don't know if you're going to start. But if you got 2 to 3 years, make the jump. Oh, my bad, guys. Sorry. Make the jump, right? Make the jump. Get paid. Listen, half of you Bamas yeah. This is what kills me. This is what kills me. People be like, "Oh man, you went up there and he's not even playing," and dog. Y'all Bamas be making jumps for $5 pay raises, $10 pay raises. You're talking about kids getting paid 100, 200, $300,000 to come play college football and to sit the bench. You, again, not everybody gonna go pro. That's the thing. Not everybody gonna go pro. Get your money. Get your money. Come on, man. Stop it.
RJ Johnson, the third, is under center. And the handoff and a great play made.
I wish somebody would you okay. It's like this. Now again, if you're getting paid $6,000 a month at a school and then they offer you $10,000 a month, you might be like, I don't know. Because I don't know if I'm gonna play. But if you're not getting paid at all, if you're not getting paid at all, and then you can make a jump to get paid, go get your money. Go get your money.
So, dead ball on sportsmanlike conduct. Offense number 2, 15-yard penalty. The down counts.
Wow.
Third down. That is number 2, first on sportsmanlike conduct foul for the game.
And, what I say, Tiffs, sometimes that's why you're a 1-4 football team. You've got the ball, got a team on the ropes, manageable third down situation. Instead, personal foul, and probably end up punting the ball unless you get a spectacular play on offense. Little things like that. And that's not going to show up when people are evaluating Coach Colsey. The kid taking a swipe at somebody to kill a drive, that doesn't show up. But when you're the head guy, you're responsible for a lot of things.
The penalty marches them back all the way to their own 30-yard line. And the run up ahead by Haley. And Haley is brought down after a pickup of
Dog.
6 by
And wasn't winning nothing. And wasn't winning a damn didn't win a damn thing at that high school. Didn't win a damn thing. And again, this is my thing. Again, Trent Dilfer isn't a big enough celebrity to change the facet of recruiting for UAB. You know what I'm saying? Like every celebrity is not a celebrity. Every NFL guy is not a celebrity, and that's the faction. Like you get Cam Newton to go to UAB, that thing might become a club. You know what I'm saying? Like it's going to be 7-on-7 Central, but at the end of the day, it just is what it is, man. I'll be back, guys. man, I missed it. Let me go back. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Google. 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 That's tough. That's tough. Oh, that's some good food right there. That's some good food right there. This old Miss and Georgia game gonna be. So I got some mac and cheese, I got some baked beans, I got some ribs. Um Key's grandparents came over and barbecued. So yeah, we got some chicken thighs downstairs, got some hot dogs, got some hamburgers. So yeah, we're doing it.
Yeah, I like that, but for the first time, I'm
Already
glad
did when I got my plate.
coming. They got a little set it off playing in the stadium. Hype man trying to get them into the crowd. Tell them they're a little bit too relaxed, and by them being a little relaxed, that allowed Alcorn to come
Jesus,
in here and do
Jesus wept.
what the visiting team on homecoming wants to do. Try and quiet the crowd.
Well, yeah, strong drive there, capped off by Jalen Tolbert. 71 yards in total. A big turnaround after their first two drives only resulted in 5 yards on the ground. And so now Florida A&M gets the ball back. And you heard James Colsey III tell us that, hey, we've got to get our running game going. This is an area where they have said all season long that they care about. Currently only averaging 93 yards per game, and they've got to get it up and moving. 40 yards so far today, so you see the concerted effort that's being
On the
made.
kicking team. That 5-yard penalty will be added to the dead ball spot. First down.
So a little extra yardage there after the offsides from Alcorn State. And James Colsey III, who played his ball at Florida State, across the way here in Tallahassee, won a national championship as well.
People may not know. I'm surprised. It seems like every time I come back to Tallahassee, the schools get closer and closer. Like people outside the country think Florida State's on one part of town.
That's a sensitive
Some
topic,
people think
Jay.
it's on. Well, I'm just saying some people think Florida State's on one side of town and FAMU's on the other side of town. These schools pretty darn close to each other.
You see it denoted in a lot of places. We see that in Baton Rouge, right, where you kind of separate it by, you know, kind of the railroad tracks. Oftentimes is the separator as the nearly.
Oh my God, you are God.
He had it in.
How do you drop that?
And just dropped it.
How do you drop that?
A sigh of relief if you're RJ Johnson.
You could have just stood there. It was coming to you. You didn't even need a jump.
Out there without knowing where you're going. He threw it in no man's land and was very fortunate. I mean, extremely lucky, fortunate. That ball is supposed to be an interception.
Jesus Christ, you bad. That's when you know you're just a bad team. How do you drop that?
Be a gunslinger. Man, I almost killed the drive, but I'm still alive, so now I'm going to go out and hurt you. That's what I would be thinking.
He elects to throw it again to the far side. Pass complete and hauled in by Ace Cobb. Cobb, who's coming off of an injury from last year, now going to bring up 3rd and 5.
And I would be concerned right now from Florida A&M. It doesn't seem like RJ Johnson is seeing the field well. He just completed that pass, but I promise you that was the last completion they wanted. You do not want your quarterback throwing 5-yard hitches from one hash mark all the way to the other sideline. Find someplace else to go with the football. I don't know if he's recognizing what Alcorn is doing to him defensively.
Johnson once again goes to the left side, and the tackle made quickly there by number 21, Rico Butler.
That's not attacking defenses. Defense makes you to throw the ball short of the first down yardage needed to gain. You took too long in picking apart the defense. 3 and out. And that's what gets people saying, what was that about?
Second straight 3 and out for the Rattlers. Punting unit is on. And Bobby Inksler, SWAC leader in punting. James Colsey III said that this is not the area that we're necessarily wanting to leave, but Inksler, who has done a very good job as he has been very active. Going backwards is Jacoby Matthews as he hauls it in across the 35 and 40, 45, 50, and Matthews is taking
When
off
you're a
from
bad
one
team,
to the next.
when you're a bad team, when you're a bad team, bad things happen. When you're a bad team, bad things. I don't know what else to tell you. That's crazy. They probably haven't had a punt return, I don't know, in the last 33 years.
Wow, what an explosion from the Braves special teams.
Yeah, great job. Once he got a full head of steam going, I was wondering who was going to slow him down, who was going to redirect him. When's the last time we've seen a punt returner go untouched into the
When
end
you're a
zone?
bad
It's a great
team,
individual
bad
effort with
things
speed,
happen.
but hats off to the special team from Alcorn State.
The extra point is up and good.
When you're
So
a
after
bad
Florida
team,
A&M put up the first
bad things
set of
happen.
points
It's
on
very
the board,
simple.
Alcorn State has answered back with 14 straight here on the road.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda.
I want y'all to think about this. You know what RJ reminds me of? The way RJ's body language is, the way RJ plays the quarterback position, he reminds me of the quarterback from The Replacements, right? I don't know. Has anybody seen the movie Replacements? If you have, put your hand in the chat. You know, me, whatever you want to put in the chat, right? And if you remember the part in the Replacements movie with Keanu Reeves, the football movie, right? He's dropping back and he just throws it out of bounds. And he's like, that's not how I play quarterback. He said, I don't care. I don't give a damn. Like, that's what RJ Johnson looks like every time he goes out and plays quarterback, right? He just doesn't look like he cares. He does the check down and he just jogs off. You know what I'm saying? Like, knowing that wasn't enough to get the first down, knowing you probably had another place to go with the ball, but he just jogs off, ho hum, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. And I'm telling you, what I'm never going to let go, and I hope somebody shows Cozy how he is doing Jet Petty is egregious, because I need y'all to understand what I'm saying to you. Look how he did this young man. Jet Petty doesn't start any games. I want y'all to understand why this really is like bothering me. Jet Petty has never scored he's never started any games this season. He's always been like a relief guy, come in for a couple of snaps, and then RJ gets in. So the one game he gets to start. Now, mind you, RJ started the Howard game, looked bad. He started the Albany State game. Jet Petty came in, gave FAMU life. Then they put RJ Johnson back in the game. He started the Alabama State game, looked bad, right? But Jet Petty starts the NCCU game. One of the best teams in HBCU football, throws for 147 yards. I think he throws like 3 picks, right? Not only does he not start Jet Petty this game against a worse team, he's not even having him sub out in drives. Like, he's not saying, hey, Jet, you get a drive, or hey, let's see if Jet Petty gets us going. Nothing. It's just RJ Johnson. And it is a sham job of coaching that he is doing to that young man, because he's not allowing his team to see who's really the quarterback of this team. Just absolutely horrible, man.
Good, and they get knocked off.
Where do you hold Ohio State?
You take Ohio State, they're the one. They're the one, no doubt. But Indiana's playing great football, but are they proving it yet? Nobody in the SEC is scared of Indiana. I'm gonna tell you that right now, and that's just the way it is. And I think Cignetti does a great job. But start looking at Ole Miss, Alabama. Those old school names are showing up again. Georgia, Alabama, A&M.
Well, look, there's a huge game going on in Athens right now as Ole Miss traveled to Sanford Stadium and currently Ole Miss leading on the road against the Bulldogs. Where does Oregon fit in that picture for you and what they
I've got something on the moving truck to move
is
stuff
all
out
about?
this week. Hey, I feel you.
Penalize them for
It's not okay.
losing the game to the Buckeyes.
It's not FAMU ain't got no quarterbacks. No, it's not that they don't have any quarterbacks. It's that they haven't found a quarterback. You have to give Jet Petty listen, man. You can't start your backup quarterback against the best team in college black football and think he's going to play absolutely well. It doesn't make any sense. This is the game Jet Petty should have played. RJ Johnson should have played the NCCU game, and Jet Petty should have been starting this game. Or you give Jet Petty some snaps in this game as well. Like, all he did was try to prove to y'all why Jet Petty wasn't the guy, but RJ Johnson would have looked just as bad. You can't tell me he wouldn't have. He looked bad now, and Alcorn is trash. He looked ass now, and Alcorn is ass. Alcorn ain't the best team in college football, in black college football. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it.
And now this is, you have to take something like this and make it simple.
All this Bama is doing, he's throwing hitches. He's throwing hitches. You telling me Jet Petty can't throw some goddamn hitches? Get out of here, man. All this, everything he's throwing today has been a goddamn hitch.
We
Stop it.
that they were a little bit lower. They're fifth currently in third down conversions in the conference, 49th in all of FCS. Got to pick up 1 yard. The jet sweep flip back to Kanari Wilcher, and Wilcher, who does so, a hard-earned first down picked up as he was popped by Jeffrey McKelton.
Alcorn trash.
And Wilcher is that guy that they say on.
That ain't nothing new. Everybody know Alcorn trash.
And the bright spot among the receivers so far this season.
Ain't saying nothing. Y'all lost to UAPB.
Moving quickly, and there to stop him immediately.
Hey, man, it looked like FAMU blocked anybody on that one.
We're the Braves. So that Franklin Jr. with a loss of 2 on that run. So 2nd and 12 here for RJ Johnson, who is 11 of 14 over the century mark through the air.
Look at this. Alcorn playing 10 yards off, and they throw an out route. Like, it's not hard, bro. This defense is not good. The defense ain't good. The offense isn't good. Neither one of these teams are a good team, period. If you look at this, man, just look at the replay. The DB playing 20 yards off.
Matter of factly, get that ball to him in a hurry where he can turn and pick up that first down for you. Now you're dealing with third down, crucial third down.
Jesus.
It's manageable, but I think if you step into that throw, put some velocity on, he can catch it, turn, square up the defender, make a move, and probably get the first down. Alcorn going Swax football again. Hard man-to-man across the board.
And they elect to run it with Thad Franklin. A couple of nice moves, bounces off a couple of tacklers, and brought down right at the 50-yard line and moves the chains.
See, and if I'm Henry Burris, the offensive coordinator, I'm trying to bait Alcorn. I'm going to have 2 plays called, and the moment I see that hard man-to-man look across the board, I'm going to take a deep shot.
Well, moving with tempo and nearly jumping that route was R.J. Butler, who had a good beat and step on it, tried to snag it away as Jordan Edwards was the intended target. Rico Butler almost hauled it in.
And this is his own coverage. So this is the time where they're looking in the backfield the whole time. That's not what you want to attack when you want to go attack with a team that's playing man-to-man when they're looking at you. But Rico Butler's that guy. They are not afraid to put him on an island, one-on-one with anybody in the conference. And he's showing you he's got that twitch. He can make plays.
Junior out of Alligator, Mississippi.
Zone coverage here, so you have to attack a seam.
And R.J. Johnson takes a shot as
Takes a shot. He throw a check down.
Somerset, they call him Bo around these parts, and Bo Somerset picks up the first down. Boy, you got to be tough to take shots like this for R.J. Johnson III, and he's taking a few today.
Knowing he's going to get hit. And Now, these boys from Mississippi, Norman, Mississippi to be exact, if they're not going to win the games, they're going to hit you. They're going to make it tough on you. That's always been the tradition of Alcorn State. They've got guys that like to attack the quarterback. They don't necessarily have the most discipline at times, but they'll sacrifice the discipline to put hits on the quarterback.
The handoff and the run up ahead. And Wally, Christopher Wally making the tackle, pickup of 1 off the carry from both Somerset. Well, when we talked with James Colsey III, I mean, this was an area that the kind of plus 40, when they kind of get in this territory, how could they finish off drives? They would be able to drive the ball well, but looking to finish things off. 10th play of this drive, can they punch it into the end zone for the first TD?
Timeout. Oh, that is their second charge timeout of the half. It'll be a 30-second timeout.
So during the timeout, Jay, we can discuss your HBCU power rankings.
Ooh-wee. I mean, it's getting interesting, isn't it, right now? Jackson State, quality victory last week versus Alabama State, solidified their spot as number 1. North Carolina Central, ask these folks here in Tallahassee, how good are those Eagles led by Walker Harris, their quarterback? Alabama State had to bump you down a spot, came down to the last second versus Jack State. They proved they belong. South Carolina State, they're up, they're down, they're still in the mix. Prairie View A&M, surprise team thus far. And how about Delaware State? Delaware State, D-Jack, they can score some points. They could make some noise in the MEAC.
Indeed, Jay, my question is, how good are the Prairie View A&M Panthers? I mean, I think that's the question that everyone is asking, and right now they have the lead undefeated in the West Division right now.
Yeah, and we'll kind of figure it out today because they play Prairie View on the road at they play Southern on the road for Southern's homecoming. Southern has one shot to get this right. If they lose this game, their season's over with. Prairie View an opportunity to really get a stranglehold on that SWAC West if they can get a victory today on the road.
Johnson looking to his left the entire time, puts it into the hands of Jordan Edwards.
Tells me that they're setting up for 4-down territory. If you call that little quick short pass, you want to get them in position where you can run the ball. If you're a little short, you can run it again. Sense of urgency here in this ball game in the second quarter, down by 8.
The line to gains for Florida A&M is Alcorn's 26-yard line. 4 of 8 so far today on third downs.
Go deep. Alcorn's going to play man-to-man. You know they're going to play man-to-man situation. Put cornerbacks on the island. Get a rub route, some type of wheel route. Make them pay if they show you that man look.
Instead, right in the middle of the field and dropped by Miles Campbell.
Stay on the field offense. It's your homecoming. You won 1 game all year. You're down by 8.
Is he supposed to catch that? Yes. But I'm telling you, that's if he just keeps it, if he just throws it up to his chest, he catches it.
Picked up a first down, but showing the faith in this offense to try to convert on 4th down. 3 of 8 this season.
Watch the check down. Watch the check down.
Middle of the field wide open. They're bringing pressure.
And R.J. Johnson saw it immediately and still on his feet. He wanted that pressure, he wanted that contact, and he wanted that first down.
Nobody was deeper than 5 yards from the line of scrimmage from Alcorn State. Everybody surrounding the ball. He found one crease. The blitzing linebacker, Cedric Roberts, number 8, a little late in getting there. The athleticism of Johnson to pick up the first down.
So now that 13-yard run sets up Florida A&M in the red zone. Again, they've walked away with a couple of field goals to start this game as they had a 6-0 advantage. And now they're at least trying to answer with a TD. The empty backfield, the pressure coming for the Braves, getting there immediately and felt immediately as well. Loss of 9 on the sack. As Tamarian Edwards, who has been that defensive leader, Just came straight up.
Yeah, good job. I mean, 5-man rush should not be able to put a hit on your quarterback like that. The 4 defensive linemen did a good job occupying the gaps. And anytime you got your best defensive player with a bead on the quarterback, going to be trouble for the defense. Well executed by Alcorn State.
Well, he returned as the Braves' leading tackler. They say he's got this relentless type of energy. One of the best tacklers in all of the SWAC. 2nd and 19. That sets up for Florida A&M.
He waited too long. He's waiting too long.
RJ Johnson III, because right now the Braves are having their way on these last 2 plays. This time, Kenneth Andrews was in the mix.
Yeah, you see the quarterback kind of yelling at the center, and I think he's really upset Ricky Taylor. You're supposed to set the defensive edge. Who's the Mike linebacker? And we've seen, as a quarterback, Mike linebacker doesn't get through to him. My center knows, my guard takes care of that. We've seen them delay and blitz linebackers, and they've had a beat on the quarterback. Communication problems up front between the quarterback and the offensive line for Florida A&M. They better figure it out in a hurry.
Yeah, this the quarterback that Cozy like.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter. With high-tech features and excellent reliability. From the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get a $289 per month lease on a 2025 Accord LX.
When you say let's go to breakfast, you mean let's go to McDonald's. Obviously.
It's back. Get a sausage McMuffin with egg meal for $5 before it's gone.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Grambling just scored.
Another hole?
It's all going to come together. I'm your man.
Asking the right question can greatly impact your future.
Are you really a licensed electrician?
Trust me.
Grambling just scored off a tip pass.
Not again.
Especially when it comes to your finances.
Do you have a question?
Are you a
Yeah, I'm watching that too.
Yes, I'm a CFP professional.
CFP professionals are committed to acting in your best interest. That's why it's gotta be a CFP. Find your CFP professional at letsmakeaplan.org.
When holiday inspiration sparks, there's only one thing to do.
It's our first holiday here, so we're keeping it simple.
Simply decorating everything.
It's raining at the Southern game against PV.
Marching 100, ready to take the field, and certainly you know how it is, Jay, with homecomings. Often when bands take the field around HBCUs, it is their time, it is their show. It's a proud moment not only for the current students but also for the alumni who come back to cheer on their team, who participate in all the activities, including the band.
And unfortunately for Rattler football, which we haven't seen in a while, it's like, all right, we don't care what kind of happens on the scoreboard, we're going to win halftime. And you have that feeling that the folks here in Tallahassee are really looking forward to the band performing. Means even more right now when things aren't going your way on the football field.
So back to action for Florida A&M's offense. They swing it out quickly to Haley, and Haley who can't hold on to it. And it's going to bring a 4th and forever, and now do you try to...
You don't have a play for 3rd and 27.
No?
I mean, you really...
So now it's 4th and 27. Do you elect to...
You pooch it?
Pooch it, or do you ask Porto to try to attempt this 51-yard field goal?
I go for the 51-yarder. In these situations with these young legs.
PV inside the 1 yard line.
Football, I think, is it out of his distance? I think yes. But I think you go for it in this situation. That's what the hand you've been dealt.
Already 2 for 2 today. His long of the season from 48 yards a couple of weeks ago against Alabama State. And Florida A&M is going to spin a timeout.
I hope this man will get fired today. Today, I hope he gets fired today.
That one means something. You've only been victorious once this season, and you're facing 4th and 27 at your homecoming. You've dominated time of possession. Have we seen a punt from Florida A&M yet?
One punt. Or 2 punts. They were back-to-back 3 and outs that we saw.
And they've not done the things you need to get your crowd into it. Homecoming is supposed to be everybody's involved. Everybody's supposed to throw a party. We're going to beat our homecoming opponent. And let a team stick around, get hope, and then you start doubting yourself. Watch the block. Make sure you shore up the block because Alcorn's got that second line set up for a reason.
The kick is up. It's line drive, and it is through. The career long for Daniel Porto from 51 yards out. And Florida A&M able to walk away with points once again. You'll take
Boy, they needed that kicker.
in moments that you can.
They needed that. And again, I want y'all to watch the little things, right? It's the little things. Nobody on the team really celebrates. Look at this. Look at this. Look, they go to him. The whole team don't. You see those? Like, do you see the energy? The energy just not there. Like, nobody believes in this team. Like, nobody wants to be a part of this team. Like, that's a 51-yard kick, and it's instrumental to what y'all want and try to come back in this game. And everybody just like, yeah, okay. You gotta notice stuff like that, man. This team is not playing for one another. They're really not.
You can get a $299 per month lease on a 2026 Civic Sport Hybrid Sedan.
When you say let's go to breakfast, you mean let's go to McDonald's. Obviously.
It's back. Get a sausage.
It's the little things, right? Like, usually when you see kickers make big kicks, the lineman comes up and they push them up in the air and stuff like that. And you just don't see the camaraderie in this team. You just don't see it.
Whether you're new to hosting or just ready for something
incredible,
bring your traditions to life with the Home Depot.
Nate Jones lines things up, checks his Fidelity app, looks to outside analysts to get a second opinion. Nate likes what he sees, and he places the trade.
Talk about easier investing.
Happy Sunday!
It's laundry day.
200 unread emails.
And you have every reason to be worried. You have every reason in God's green earth to be worried.
Back here at Ken Riley Field, named after one of the 2 Pro Football Hall of Famers here at Florida A&M University, Daniel Porto. After that 51-yard field goal, successful. He's ready to punt it away. Florida A&M, who has dominated the time of possession. That last drive, 16 plays, 71 yards in just under 8 minutes. And Alcorn State will get the ball back in the closing 2 minutes of the half. On the return is Reggie Davis, and Davis, who's still on his feet, crossed the 35 and carrying folks with him. Well, this Alcorn State team, we've seen some strong special teams.
I would say the same thing. I think the rain's going to make them have to run because usually they wouldn't. They would try to pass or try to listen. This should be Trey Holly's game. Trey Holly, Ooh, that was close. If I'm Southern, I gotta run the ball with Trey Holly until he tell me he about to die, right? Like I think this game is gonna force Southern to have to run the ball more than they would really like to. But I think it works in their benefit because, and I wish Carter was. If PV had Carter playing, this would be a completely different game.
The late great Steve Air McNair. Air 2, though Fred would tell you.
I will tell you the most valuable football player of all time, Medgar Evers.
Yes.
Played football at Alcorn. I was glad to learn that, something I did not know, a little history nugget.
Great civil rights leader and activist.
Probably.
We're moving quickly. We saw them with some tempo earlier. Jalen Tolbert, who has been really solid in this first half, 4 of 8 through the air, but really where he's been much more effective is on the ground with his legs. 4-yard pickup there. So 3rd and 1, under a minute to go in this first half. Remember, the Braves do get the ball back to start the second half. Handled, and Sewell pops off one tackler and still going.
Now get up to the line of scrimmage, you're Alcorn. Get up there and spike the ball. Now you're under a minute. It's go time. Spike the ball. But you'll see this. This is all second effort. Contact's not going to bring him down. Meets Justice Cross in the hole. Takes a lick and it keeps on ticking.
And Jalen Tolbert with a nice fake there. He slides. And a gain of 4, but the clock keeps on ticking. They've got 1 timeout remaining, Jay.
Yeah, that's why I really thought they should have spiked the ball on the last play. And keep the timeout as long as you can.
Tolbert going for it one-on-one. You see the tongue of the jersey. No call there as Jarvis Rush was the intended target.
If he keeps that ball in bounds, that's a touchdown.
Probably should have been a pass interference, but now you live with the incompletion, just like the spike I was talking about earlier, so the clock will stop running. But they snapped that ball with about 32 seconds left, long pass downfield. Now you've got 20. You've got to know the situation right now. I thought when they got the first down with the run from Sewell, step on the gas. Start thinking 2-minute offense. There's still an opportunity to put points on the board. However, their kicker does not have a strong leg at all.
Tolbert with tons of time, looking. And the pass, I gotta say it's incomplete. It hit the ground first as Matthews trying to scoop it up.
They want to review, but because they don't really have a strong kicker, the kicker's maxing around 32, 33 yards. They're going to keep the offense on the field. Taking their time, possibly reviewing that from the booth, whether or not it was a catch or not, but pretty sure that ball skipped and no need for review.
They got to move quickly with the play clock now winding down at 3, 2. They elect to take their final time out before the play clock expired. And so, obviously, first things first, you got to try to pick up this first down. If you're successful in doing so, walk me through what you're thinking about as a quarterback.
Pick up the first down, run up and spike it right away. Everybody's got to know that. That'll cost you about 2 seconds, and then you can huddle and get your 2 play calls. They've got communicators, so you can talk to your quarterback. So after a first down, I'm going with the spike, and then I'm going to take a shot in the end zone because, you know, they've really got to get the ball to the 22-yard line, so they need another 15 yards to get in field goal range.
You see the numbers for Jalen Tolbert. Today he has taken the advice of this coaching staff to be more of a threat on the ground, and that's where he's had most success here today, including that 31-yard touchdown run that gave Alcorn State that 14-6 advantage.
Get excited. Empty backfield, only a 3-man rush. Somebody should come open for you.
And Tolbert looking, middle of the field, almost hauled in as bodies fly. Jacoby Matthews couldn't come up with it. Turnover on downs. And Florida A&M's defense able to bend, not break here before the clock.
An extremely difficult catch in traffic. A really good job.
Hey, this Prairie View defense look pretty stout. Can't lie. Looks pretty stout.
Get to the pocket. I believe that was number 1. Terry Kinsler did a good job of forcing the quarterback to leave and scramble.
So 5 seconds remaining in the first half. Likely we'll just take a quick knee here and try it to the locker room.
That's too easy.
And that will bring us to the close of the first 2 quarters here. It's halftime in Tallahassee with the Rattlers trying to pick up their first win in SWAC play, along with the Braves, and the road team has a 14-9 advantage.
And again, they just keep trotting out R.J. Johnson like he's just this guy. It's just asinine to me. I'm not going to understand it. I just don't. To just see if he can give you a different spark is just crazy to me. I'm going to keep saying this. About Southern. Every time something bad happens, Trey Holly's not in the fucking game. You keep taking Trey Holly out the game too much. I don't care. I don't care whose fault it is. Just keep Trey Holly in the game. Jesus. Boy, this Bama from Ole Miss just took off on them Bamas. That is just too easy. Jesus Christ. Dejon Stribling. Just hand the ball off. Ooh. They need to take a. I'm watching the Southern game. If anybody doesn't know, I'm on the Southern game right now.
Well, this is, again, still very early in the game, but these third downs crucial in the early going to set the tone.
6-yard pickup, 3rd down and 4.
What's goody, Ricky?
Third down opportunity for Prairie View. They're 1 for 3 on the day. But this Jaguars defense has stood tall on numerous occasions. Peters to pass. Bingman open in the flat. What excellent shape. And Bingman had some room. Chase Bingman, the
That was a
redshirt
nice
freshman.
move. Jesus, that was a good
Slippery,
move.
excuse me, as he takes off 438. Yeah, the kid.
How bad is it? How bad is it, Bishop?
Out there, slip and slide.
How bad is it, Brody? Let us know. How bad is it? The crowd looks like it's engaged, but how bad is it?
Well run. I like how Bingham rocks that ball here. He's averaging close to 6 yards of carry. Still young, still getting warmed up. This kid's going to be a threat. Jermaine Jackson said, I watched him on Pro Football Focus before I took the job, and I knew I had a guy when I stepped on the field. This is Wishman, and he takes it for a couple. Inside the red zone is Prairie View A&M for the first time today, trying to take advantage of the fumble by the Jaguars as they were driving on their last possession. Pick up a 3 for Wishman.
Yeah, Wishman did a nice job being patient on that one. There wasn't a lot offered, but he kind of dipped and dived, hiding behind his big front lineman, and he was able to squeeze out something when really there wasn't much there to be offered.
First quarter comes to a close with Prairie View.
Man, it's just the stands are going to look a little less full. Oh yeah, after halftime, yeah, you know how it is, about to get real loose in them drinks. Oh, good move by the Georgia running back. I ain't at the game, just watching this bad football, man. All the way around the stands of FAMU band looks great. Did Alcorn bring their band? You know how HBCU fans, did Alcorn bring their band? That's the real question. We love you. Euphoniums. What the hell is a euphonium? A euphonium? What the hell is a euphonium?
You've got momentum, a big run by Chase Bingham. How do you find things offensively and get the ball in the end zone?
Well, we got to get the ball in the box. We just got to execute at a high level. We believe that when we get in this area, it's on the quarterback and the offensive line to make sure we cross the goal line. So we're just looking for high levels of execution.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Coach.
Interested to see if we get a chance to take a look at Tevin Carter, if he's going to come on the field.
I don't even know what a baritone is.
On the team at the quarterback position, Coach Jackson said we might see him in this game. And when you get down here, you just talked about the quarterback being the important part. If you bring in a running quarterback, he becomes an extra player. But right now, it will be Cameron Peters at the helm.
Thank you. Hey, you gotta keep it dumb for me. You gotta keep it dumb.
Jackson does like to run that.
I don't know nothing about band. All right, I know drums.
Now they're locked and loaded
I know
on this drive. You don't want to mess up that.
Drums, clarinet, triangle, cello, trumpet, flute. That's all I got.
Running back.
Tuba.
Wisham breaking through. And Wisham swerving.
Swerve left, swerve right. That's all I got for you. Listen. And the only reason I know about the tubas is because of the Bama from Drumline. He's like, it's all about the tubas, baby. It's a tuba thing. You know what I'm saying? That's all I know. That's the only reason I know about tubas. He's like, what's up with the socks? It's a tuba thing. You wouldn't know nothing about that. That's the only reason why I know about the tubas. But other than that, man, I don't know too many instruments. Piano. I mean, I know you don't play piano. I know you don't play the piano on the marching band. I'm just saying the instruments. So, what's the score for Tennessee State versus Howard? The T-Jacks, you already know. No, this Georgia and Ole Miss game is a straight shootout because neither one of these Bama's got no defense for real. Ole Miss's D line is not good. Not good at all. Let's see what Tennessee State Howard. Okay. It's a tuba thing, shout it. You know. Yeah, that's it. It's a tuba thing, shout it. Facts. Big facts. That's the only reason why I know what the tubas are. I don't even know what them four drums like. I don't know what those are. What they like a quartet drum set. You know what I'm saying? You got that, and then you got the clarinet, got the flute. I don't know if that's the same thing. It looks like the same thing. Maybe no, flute's like this and the clarinet's like this. Quads, okay, quads. Quints, quads, quints and quads. Okay. What else? Oh, then you got the cymbals. You got the cymbals. You know the I know that. Yeah, I know that. Yeah. Listen, and then you got the big drum. I think that's like a bass drum, right? Trombone. I listen, man. All I know is a trumpet. If it ain't a trumpet, I thought they all the same. Trombone, trumpet. I thought that's all the same. I don't know. Saxophone. Oh, definitely know saxophone. Listen. I definitely know what a saxophone is. Ohio State hasn't played anybody, if we're being honest. Their schedule has been weak. Really weak. You won't really see who they play. The Big Ten has been weak this year, if we're being honest. Outside of Indiana. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Listen, man. Scotty, if they didn't show it in the drumline. Yeah, listen, if it wasn't in drumline, I can't tell you. Now, the only thing I ever tried to play in band, I think I was like in middle school and they tried to get me on the cello. I did like the cello, the big old violin. That was pretty cool. But other than that, I just never been a band dude, man. Like, I'm like the black kid that always wants to play drums, but like I can keep a beat. I'm not coordinated enough to keep to do it. Like you got to really think about it, man. Like when you really look at the drums, Bama's on the drums are coordinated individuals. They got the foot thing going. They got the finger. They got this thing. They got this thing. And they got this. It's like my cousin's really, really good. He had the 2-foot thing. And I'm like, that's a lot, man. That's just a lot. That's a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's just too much thinking for me. It's just too much thinking for me. Like you gotta hit the foot, and then I'm just not coordinated enough. I'm coordinated, but not that enough. I'm not that coordinated. So, but I always wanted to either play the piano or the drums. Those have always been like two things I want to play. And we're just a sports family. We're not really a band family. Like my cousin played the drums, but we're just more of a sports family. I was a trombone playing DB all-state powerlifter. Woo! That's big time. Cozy might well clean out his office at halftime. I was a trombone playing DB turned all-state powerlifter. That's cool. That's dope. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. Most people that play on the drum line are former athletes too. I can believe that. I could definitely believe that. But I'll tell you what, listen. So in Maryland, the bands aren't a really big thing in Maryland, but what's up, Rock? But they play go-go. Oh, man, our bands play go-go. Oh, listen, let me tell you, it's a track there's a track that it used to get the crowd so hype. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't. Let me see. It was this jank right here. All right, listen. So let me give you some. Let me give you. No, no, I'm not a band guy. I don't want to watch that. I'm not supporting that. Like if you want to play the drums in church, cool with it. You want to play the saxophone, cool with it. You're not marching in the band. You're not doing that. So you gotta know if you know, right? But this junk used to get the crowd lit. It's called the Unabomber. It's the buildup. It's like, no, that junk used to get the crowd so lit.
Can we kill that? What a time! One dedicated to my killer will niggas. What they say, son? Live for hell. Look, hey, gotta watch yourself.
And then you hear out there. So you hear so you knew it was coming, right? Because it's a drop in this song. I'm just kind of, so it'd be like, ooh, and you hear the drums go do 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 do, ooh, ooh. That dog, it used to get everybody so hype.
Even when you leave the club, put your seatbelt on. We don't want nobody to die. We don't want my niggas to kill. Hold up, yeah. Hey, wait, then let them know what's alright. No place I've ever been.
Hold on. So it's called the Unabomber. So like it'll go ooh, ooh. I mean the song's freaking forever. It's long as hell, right? But it's just this one section of it. It will go doo, doo, and you got the horns blowing, they blasting, and y'all, and they like drop and the drums and the drum line just goes berserk. I'm just talking about. Oh man, that just used to get the crowd rocking back in the day. That was the only thing about the band that I used to absolutely love when they would play the Unabomber. I'm like, hell to the yeah. Drop the Unabomber. But all right. Back to the game. Southern Prairie View. Dang, 4th down already? Jesus Christ, what happened?
Dry turf, that would have been first down. So 4th and 1. Sends the punting unit out. Andre Dennis back to receive the Kenny Pham punt. Pham boots it away. Dennis calls for a fair catch and makes it at the 40. 31-yard punt, no return. Prairie View A&M back on offense.
Listen, I had y'all winning this game, man. That's not saying a lot, okay? It's not like y'all. Listen, it's Southern, okay? It's Southern. We all can play defense against Southern, okay? It's Southern. Oh, what a catch! What a catch by the Ole Miss. What the one-hander. You can't get 1 yard on 3rd and 1. Was it 3rd and 1 or was it like they had to get and they stopped them short? Either way, not good. Drop the Unabomber. Yeah, if you're from the DMV, you definitely know about the Unabomber. It's 4. I know it's 4th and 1, but was it 3rd and 1 and they couldn't get 1 yard, or was it like 3rd and 6 and they stopped them short? That's what I was asking because I didn't get to see the play previously before then. So I'm really not a fan of FAMU's band. It's just a little too much for me. With the whole drum majors, would they be flaring their little capes and stuff? I just think it's a little too much for me. Oh, Chamberlain's got to cut that back up. Oh, it's 3rd and 8. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Makes sense. If I'm honest, like, does Southern really have anything to lose to go on 4th and 1? I mean, if I'm Terrence Graves, I'm already getting fired. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, man, let's let this thing ride. Let's let it ride, baby. Let it ride. Who cares? Like, just in my preference of bands, like, Southern is my favorite band. I think Jackson is growing on me because oh man, they got stopped. I mean, stuffed. But Jackson is growing on me because they're sounding more musical than they have previously. Like when I first, like, their band always sounded real choppy to me, like how they played their stuff. It was like heh, 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 heh. It wasn't like a flow to like how they played it. It's becoming a little bit more musical to where like you can like ride. They still have their choppiness in how they play, but it's gotten better. It's gotten better. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my little 2 cents on that.
In this game, Cameron Peters, quick throw. Kelby Gibbons showcasing his athleticism.
What's up, Miss Glenn?
Almost snagged that out of the air. Yeah, he's one of those NFL dudes, man. He's got the size 6'2", 250.
Dog, he's right in your throwing lane. Well, now, why the hell would you throw that? And why aren't they cutting this dude? Like, why? You're supposed to be cutting him if you're throwing a screen to the same side. Cut him. They can put his hands down.
He's the 5th best HBCU prospect. A young prospect in Chase Bingman. The redshirt.
The Southern game's on HBCU Go.
Really good gain of 13. Number 2-0. Look.
Yeah, Southern game's on HBCU Go.
Big swat down by the defense. Bingman churning it up, looking good, feeling good.
Elijah West made the tackle for a first down in plus territory for Prairie View A&M. Ball at the 46. A lot of traffic in the backfield, and it was a traffic jam. Tackle made by Zach Yassine. They're happy to have him back. The transfer from Lamar did not play last week, but a tackle for loss this week.
The monster mash here. Look at the big man. Yassine, 285, just steamrolling him there. I can promise you, James, when you're on the bottom of that and that guy's got some momentum and he pounds on you, it feels like you get run over by a Big Mac truck.
Wide splits for Prairie View A&M. A numbers game now. Cameron Peters likes the numbers.
Got him. Get the ball up, Peters. You had him. Get the ball up.
On that one, he did have a receiver wide open, but just pulled that trigger, hit him near the feet. So again, I know he wishes he had that one back. Would have been a chance for a nice big pickup close to the first down.
3rd down and 14 for Prairie View A&M.
Got the middle of the field. Got the middle of the field if you want it. Got the middle of the field if you want it. Got the middle of the field if you want it.
On 3rd down.
Just got to watch that linebacker.
Peters operates the pocket, finds Bingman, and Bingman has a lot of wiggle. Just short of the first down, maybe by inches.
Excellent job by Peters, dancing out of harm's way and finding 2-0. Chase Bingman, he is on fire today. Look at his quickness, man. His feet, the way he can just plant that foot in the ground, shake and bake. He's a tough guy to get a clean hit on. That's why they're getting close to moving those sticks once again on the back of 2-0.
Did not go for it on 4th down on their first possession.
He definitely got that first down. They cheating on that one.
Favorable situation, and that is why the timeout is called by Southern. So Southern calls the timeout, want to make sure they have their Jaguars in a row on this important defensive possession. You think about Prairie View A&M right now, and they want to keep the drive going. We'll be back for this 4th down play for the Panthers in a moment.
Now, I want to be very clear. Just because I wouldn't let my son march in the band does not mean okay, cool. She good just as long as she's not trying. I would. It's not that I would. I would let my son play in. No, he can play an instrument. Just can't play in the band. Just can't march in the band. That's all. He can play an instrument. Just don't march in the band.
Legendary rivalries and highlights from every yard of the field. It's the Las Vegas.
The Ole Miss is out here working these boys right now. For real, for real. They are out. They are. This Chambliss. Chambliss is the kid that came from D2. He's 18 to 26, 262 yards with a touchdown. They out here balling, okay? Straight balling. I thought they would. I thought it was a first down. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Family business keeps them close.
That's crazy, Cat.
Find money-making schemes and big laughs on the Griot Classics. Check your local listings.
The energy is contagious.
This game just got big. That's how.
What happened with FAMU? You said, yikes, FAMU. Oh, you must not have seen the score. I'm on the play. What I missed? FAMU's bad. Alcorn scored on a punt return, and they scored a touchdown. You saw the touchdown run. FAMU just looked bad, bro. All the way around, FAMU just looked absolutely bad. So it's not. You didn't miss too much on that.
Hey, Scotty, how you doing there?
Oh, Jesus, man, you came in loud as a mug. My headphones almost popped out. What's goody?
No, I'm just messing with you, man. What's going on, brother?
Man, nothing. Got these two games going. Got the Southern and PV on one screen.
Have you checked in with any of your FAMU people yet, Scotty?
Bishop is in the chat. Bishop Bonnet's in the chat, so he's usually one guy I check in with. But nobody else, honestly. Yeah, nobody else.
Are you surprised, Scotty?
No, they're bad. They're bad. They're bad. When you're a bad team and you got bad coaching, this is what it looks like. It's what it looks like.
Prairie View out here playing street ball on.
Yeah. Oh! That was tough. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was pretty smart. It's dumb, but it's smart. It was a smart dumb. That was pretty cool, though.
Yeah, that's street ball.
Listen, you just gotta do what you gotta do to win. You gotta do what you gotta do to win. Man, which game you watching?
I'm watching both of them.
Listen, so with FAMU, it's really simple for me. And wow, look at the total yards. Wow, that's crazy. It's really simple for me. You're just a bad team, and bad teams just find a way to lose, man. It just is what it is. Now, again, I pick FAMU to win. I hope they lose because I just want Cozy gone.
So I don't think there's a scenario where Cozy stays, to be honest with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just want him gone tomorrow. Like I don't want to keep seeing him. He's gonna be fired regardless. I just want him gone tomorrow. Like that's what I want to see.
Can he go tomorrow without an AD in place?
You got the interim. Mike can, man. That's not a hard decision.
Is that a call Mike? Is that a call Mike can make though?
With the performance that you're getting, yeah, you should be able to.
You know how bad you have to be to have 22 minutes in time of possession and still be behind? Like it's 22 what? 22 to 9, 22 to 8?
Yeah.
And they still behind?
Yeah. A lot of empty yards, man. A lot of empty yards. And plus, PV. Alcorn had that punt return, so that definitely, took away some of the time of possession on that as well. But that's an easy. Oh, easy money. Easy money. Run it up. I told you. PV going, man, PV about to, somebody said something. Yeah, whatever. Run it up. PV about to blow these boys out.
Now here's the interesting thing about PV. This is something I haven't seen in the SWAC since I've been watching it, Scotty. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Y'all can say what y'all want to. I have not seen a team progress like this, being better each week since I've been watching the SWAC.
Let me see. I think, you know what? Fred McNair's team, that was a great throw, KJ. Fred McNair's teams, they usually kind of progressed as the season went along sometimes. The Aaron Allen Alcorn team definitely did that because they started off really rocky in the beginning of the season and they kind of took off and made it better as the season went along. But most teams, I 100% agree with you. Yeah, most SWAC teams don't kind of get better week to week, nor the thing about PV that I think people don't understand is they've won in multiple ways. It's not a system to where, they do what they do. Again, when Cam Peters is in the game, they throw the ball. When Carter is in the game, they run the ball. And that's just what they do. And whatever is needed to come out with the win, that's just what they do. And I like that. I like that fluidness of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the defense has improved to me since game one.
Definitely. Now that part, I 1,000% agree with you. They have definitely gotten better as the season has got along to be more stout than they were in the beginning. Because in the beginning, it was Swiss cheese, straight Swiss cheese. But definitely being able to kind of hone in and buckle down. But let's be honest, they haven't really played outside of Rice, Rio Grande Valley. They let them get up, I think, like, 17-0 or 14-0, something crazy like that. SWAC-wise, they haven't really played any top teams. And that's where I'm kind of still iffy. Like, I want to see what they look like against the Alabama team.
But I'm not really. So what I'm really simply talking about is, like, just the penalties, cutting down penalties, improving on your defensive assignments. You know what I mean? Just looking together, not having special teams miscues. Like they seem like they do the routine stuff really routine. You know what I mean? And that's something sometimes, since when you're watching the SWAC, that's sometimes the struggle. The routine stuff isn't routine. And now, I haven't been watching much of this Southern PV game. And I know they haven't, they just went through the first quarter. So was Southern able to run the ball at all?
In the first drive, but that's it. They haven't really, they haven't really stuck with it. And when they got close to the red zone, they fumbled the ball and PV got it and things like that. So that's what really hindered them. Actually, their passing has been more effective than the running in this game. And to me, outside of handing the ball off to Trey Holly, they should be throwing the ball more, because that 3-down front is not getting to the quarterback. It's just not. It's not. So
they haven't gotten to the quarterback, to me, against anybody. However, other than no one has been really able to exploit them on the back end, though. Now, you could say maybe they hadn't played, competent quarterbacks, and maybe that's the reason why they haven't been able to exploit them on the back end. But teams haven't been able to exploit them on the back end, even though they hadn't been able to get, consistent pass rush.
Yeah, I think that's what it has to come down to is, can you hold up in the back end, right? Because are they big enough in the down front to stop Trey Holly? We'll see. But if I see 3 down linemen, I just think you would naturally want to run the ball.
I mean, that's what I see, Scotty.
I mean, that would just be my point of view of it.
But they, like I say, they've looked really sound, like defensively.
I think it's more or less like what I like, and this is a perfect example, right? It's like, okay, we'll show you 3 down, we got 8 in the back end, and we'll rally and make the tackle. And how consistently can you do that, right? How consistently can you take what we're giving you, and can you make us miss in space?
And like that play right there, the quarterback literally ran into a sack. He wasn't pressure in the pocket.
No, he could have, yeah.
He just ran into a sack.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. If he just stays in the pocket and just yeah, I mean, you're right. You're absolutely right. If he just backs up, it works.
Now, don't get me wrong. I think being backed up, I've never played quarterback, so I have no idea about what it feels like. But maybe your clock gets sped up when you're back there with your back to the end zone.
Oh, he shanked it. Jesus Christ, he shanked it.
Yeah, that's
Jesus Christ. Boy, I know them Southern players they want to quit. Boy, I know they want to quit. Oh, I know that. Ooh. Yeah, I know them Southern players want to quit so bad. FAMU blocks the kick. Yeah, FAMU blocks the kick. FAMU blocks the kick. Ooh, they needed that. They needed that bad. And Alcorn still bad on special teams. Still.
Can't do the routine stuff, man.
Still bad on special teams. Oh, that's just too easy.
Yeah.
Let me see here.
Henry Miller says has been really key for this defense. One of the bright spots.
And see, I love those type of passes. It's not hard. It's easy. It gets the defense eyes moving.
It's a running play, Scotty.
Easy. I love that. It's easy money. It's pitch and catch type stuff.
Make you stop.
Easy 4 or 5 yard pickup.
Let me look at FAMU here. Let me get him a look. Nice.
Stopped at the 24. It'll be 3rd down and short. Jamarlo Campbell making the tackle for Southern. I really dig Bigman's feet. He is so
probably the best throw all day.
He hits that hole hard, fast, but as much as he's going north and south, he can quickly shift into
still behind him,
east
but
and west. That makes it a nightmare day for defenders.
He's trying to get somebody killed, bro. Like, if that safety takes the right angle, he's dead. Wilcher's dead.
300 yards over a 4-year varsity career at Terrell High School. Now it's Lamaje McDowell trying the left side, but he's stuck.
They got to go for that. 3rd and 2, 4th and 2, 4th and 3. You got. If I'm PV, I'm going for this. You haven't stopped me all day. You haven't stopped me all damn day.
How does Southern give up 35 points to, or 40? Was it 35 or 40? 40 points to Bethune-Cookman.
Easy. Hey, that Bethune-Cookman offense is crazy, bro. Crazy. It's crazy. Listen, if you haven't seen it, it's like when you like, you don't know Baby D. That's why you looking at me like that, because you don't know Baby D. Like, Bethune-Cookman's offense is a bunch of track athletes just out here running. How do you not pick up the fucking A-gap blitz? He's coming down the pipe. How do you not pick that up? How do you not pick that up? That's the stuff I'm talking about. That's bad. That is bad. It's a double A gap blitz. How do you not pick that up? Oh my gosh, man. I wish I could rewind that.
Fam, you ain't even trying to run the ball. You hear me?
Now, they say Alcorn's front four is pretty good.
They're not even trying to run the ball, Scotty.
Did you just see that play, the 3rd and 7 play? The screen?
Yeah, is it a tunnel or is it what kind of screen was it?
It's a wide receiver screen, but I want to give people understanding of why I say TC Taylor is just a better play caller. If you go back in that screen with Rimbart, he sends out the running back so the defense has to shift, and then they come the opposite.
Yes.
Rimbart is on the run. He's not this receiver's at a dead stop. Rimbart's on the run and brings it back in, and that's how he's able to do what he does and makes the misses. It's all about how the play is made.
Designed, yeah.
The design of it. That's a bad design if it just. And plus, RJ's high on the pass, so that doesn't.
Well, you know what I'm gonna be honest with you, Scotty. I hate all screens where the key block is executed by a wide receiver. I hate them all like that. That's why I love the tunnel screen.
Because you get the lineman out.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love the tunnel screen just so you're not depending on the wide receiver to make the key block. I know people run those screens all the time, and some of them work, some of them don't. But I don't want to depend on the wide receiver to make that block in order for that screen to work. To me, I'd rather you just throw a smoke wrap if it's there.
That's fair. I prefer those as well. The smoke just 1-on-1 with the receiver in the corner, just make somebody miss.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, man, if FAMU lose homecoming, boy,
it's gonna be ugly.
That's gonna be crazy. I feel for them boys.
So let me ask you this, Scotty.
What's up?
If Prairie View win, is the SWAC championship solidified?
No, they got to beat the Alabama. If they beat one of the Alabama schools and they don't lose anymore, yeah, they're good. Yeah, this Southern game is pointless. But it's the Alabama schools. They got to beat one of them. They can't lose to both of them.
Can TSU beat one of the Alabama schools?
Yeah, they can beat. I think they can beat A&M. A&M isn't good defensively.
Does TSU play Andrew? No, they don't play Andrew this year.
They play both. They play both Alabama schools.
Oh, well, they can't beat Andrew.
That's what I'm saying. They gotta. That's what I'm saying. Like they need. Texas Southern needs. They gotta beat both Alabama schools, and they need them to lose to both Alabama schools. That's how Texas Southern sneaks into the SWAC championship. I would just love to see the game plan for Prairie View against Jackson. I think that would be my biggest.
How they go, man?
How would they game plan? What's the game plan?
The crazy thing to me is, what will you do to handle the run? Like, I don't care nothing about none of them receivers. I don't care nothing about none of them what Jacoby and Morgan is doing. What can you do to make it difficult to run the football?
Yeah, and that's the key to it, right? So, and to me, if you go back and look at him against the in the national championship game on the D2 level, they ran the ball down their throat, straight up. Ran the ball right down.
And they ran with the quarterback, Chambers.
Yeah. So.
Oh, and that quarterback from that D2 quarterback that beat Tremaine Johnson.
He balled.
I think he's gonna beat Georgia today.
Yeah, he balled.
So
yeah, he's out here.
So that D2 stuff just don't work at going from Benedict to
South Carolina State, right?
Man, Scotty, I don't know if I ever realized it as much as I've realized since the transfer portal. But recruiting always been this kind of crapshoot?
Yeah, I mean, think about it. All the so-called 4 or 5-star guys that you miss on and they're bust and things like that. Absolutely. Like the kid, it's funny. One of the kids from Vanderbilt, he came from a D2. He was a D2 All-American. One of the wide receivers from Vanderbilt today was a D2 All-American that they brought up, right? So it's recruiting is just not as easy as what people think it is. But I'll say this: I think what Jackson does really good is that they don't, and why they don't miss on a lot of people is that they get a guy that they can feel, hey, he can do this really, really well. And we're going to focus on him to do that thing really, really well, right? It's not like, hey, I'm going to get this guy in and I'm going to try to do this with him or try to do that. I don't think it's that. I think they're just going to use your physical gifts and physical talents and I'm going to use you for that and not trying to make you into something you're not. Right.
Well, that's what I thought Nick Saban always did a lot of times. Is that like on defense, he recruited man cover guys like at corner.
Yeah.
Guys who were man covers, right? And then at safeties, he didn't really care as much about your ball skills as your ability to tackle. You know what I mean?
He can make up for everything else. But when you fill the alley, are you going to put your nose in it like I need you to be able to put your nose in it? Absolutely. I 100% agree with you. So, and I think and I like your premise, I think that's the same philosophy that Quinn has done with his defense, that, hey, I'm going to get certain type of corner guys and my safeties are going to be guys that can just come up. Because that number 15 for Jackson, he is Roy Williams, Cam Chancellor wrapped up into one. All he wants to do is hit you. And when you have a guy like that filling the alley, that's what you need. That's what you need.
And as far as defensive linemen, I think now I don't know if this was Alabama's philosophy, but this kind of seems like this is what Jackson State's philosophy is that they have guys in the interior that they can win their one-on-ones. Like you make it control them with a double team, which frees up the linebacker essentially in their defense.
Run wild.
But if you look at whenever you have to single block, and that's what Andrew them ended up trying to run that play out to the outside, it was a bunch of one-on-one blocks, and they all lost. Think about it. They were all one-on-one blocks.
They all got beat. Yeah, they all got beat. So, it's one of those things, and I think for a lot of schools is, like, again, if you bring in Cam McCoy, I'm not asking Cam McCoy to pass the ball. I'm going to build an offense around Cam McCoy that I feel utilizes his legs. And then maybe we throw a deep ball here, a slant here, something that's easy for him to process. That is my issue with SWAC coaching, is that you get these kids in and you're trying to change their makeup instead of, hey, you do this really well. Let's just do what you do really well. That's it.
Now, what Jackson State does in the O-line for the last 3 years, for sure.
PV is 14-0. PV up on Southern 14-0.
Is that on offensive line, they get some pretty good guys on offensive line. Some really nice. I'm talking about whether they're high schoolers or transfers. They're getting really good offensive linemen that can play at this level. And so with that being the case, I think that gives them an advantage of being able to run the football. You don't need a whole bunch at quarterback when you can run the ball like they can run it.
Yeah. And I think it's some good coaching as well. Coach O.
Oh, for sure. Coach
O, the recruiter, he's a former O-line coach. The O-line coach that they have officially there, he's done a really good job as well. So it's coaching those guys up to do what I need you to do and do it effectively. You know what I'm saying? Because, again, if you're being honest, as an O-lineman, you're just saying, hey, give me 3 seconds, bro. Now, pass blocking is a little different, but run blocking, It's just I just put your body in between you and the defender as best you know what I'm saying, in a 3 to 4 second period. That's it.
Now, another advantage I think Jackson State has is they're probably the 4th most desired school in the state. There's no other HBCU that's like that.
Nah, I wouldn't even. I wouldn't say it like that. I get what you're saying. I wouldn't say it like that. I just think that Deion made them cool, right? So it's like people want to say we're not living off Deion, which I disagree because the only reason I don't know if you've seen that white video going around about the white boys naming the HBCU logos. So it's a video of these white boys naming the HBCU logos. And they named Jackson State like that. But again, they wouldn't have known that unless, you get what I'm saying? Like 4 years ago, they wouldn't have known who that was and what that meant. They'd have been like, Jacksonville. So Deion that brand has become cool. And that's, North Carolina A&T is the biggest HBCU in the United States. And they didn't even know what that logo was. You get what I'm saying? Like it's that, right? So it's the branding has become cool. Like FAMU in Florida is a cool brand. Southern in Louisiana is kind of it's not like it used to be. When LSU was bad.
But a lot of their schools, from a brand standpoint, of like ULM, Louisiana Tech, USL, all those schools have. I think it may have been like that 20 years ago. But now those schools have really elevated their football brands. I'll say that.
Oh, that's a nice catch. Did he catch that?
And then
nice catch.
And then when you talk about Southern, Grambling may be more of a football destination than Southern when you think about it.
I disagree. I think because every time I wear that Grambling G up here, they think it's Georgia. It's either Georgia or Green Bay.
But I'm talking about in Louisiana, though. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm just saying. You're asking me about, oh, wow, good run. You're asking me about brands and recruiting and all. I just think that I don't think so. I think Southern has a bigger brand in Louisiana. I think Southern has a bigger brand in Louisiana. That's just me being honest.
Now this is no doubt. Now there's no doubt about that. Baton Rouge is a much better place than wherever Grambling is.
Yeah.
I get it. But I'm just talking about when you talk about football in that state of Louisiana, has Southern's brand surpassed Grambling? That's all I'm saying.
We'll see.
He says, hold on, this is what my man said. And he says, I live in Louisiana. Grambling brand in football is bigger. Okay. Oh, I guess they're gonna box about it. Oh, he said, oh, okay. This is another guy that said Grambling is bigger.
They're gonna box about it.
I mean,
I guess. Everybody knows Grambling, Louisiana. I don't know. I mean, they're from Louisiana. They can tell you.
Then I have to take your word for it. And
Yeah.
maybe there's not an advantage to either school. Maybe it's equal. So I mean,
oh, that was a big time run by the wide receiver from FAMU. That was a big time run. He broke about 3 tackles.
Now, see, this is what I don't agree, and I don't. Having this mindset will always get you. Will always be. Will always be. Nothing will always be.
Yeah.
That will always be. Will make you complacent.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Let me change the score real quick. FAMU just scored on a wide receiver screen. Went for it was really all the wide receiver at this point. He did his thing. Hey, this Bigman kid is crazy. For oh, they're going for 2. Let me see what they got here. Let's see what they're doing for a 2-point play. Let's see if Andrew could have ran this. How you got to call a timeout on a 2-point conversion? That's crazy. What a dot. What a dot by Peters. What a throw by Peters. And he put it low so the receiver wouldn't get killed. Great. If they score right here, the game's over. I'm just telling you that right now, Rocky. It's 14-0. If they score before the half, a touchdown, that's game. Game, set, match. Oh, they got the slant. They got the slant if they went on the left side. They got the slant. How you got him? You got him. What? Why are you throwing? You got the inside guy. Yo, this Ole Miss D-line is not good.
That's a bad block right there.
What's a bad block?
That block where that kid got hit in the back.
Come on, FAMU?
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't call it?
Oh, yeah, it doesn't look like.
Dog, this Ole Miss D-line is not good at all. None of these Bama should be getting paid. $37 seconds left in the PV Southern game, ending of the second quarter. Good pickup. Good pickup by the running back. Good pickup by the running back. Ah! Ooh,
that was a bad read.
Got him in the middle. Got him in the middle. Nice throw by RJ. That's a good throw. That's a good throw by RJ. Doo-doo-doo. Alcorn goes down 17-14. Yeah, that's a dot. That was a good throw by RJ. Let me see. Who would I have winning this game? I know I had FAMU winning the game. Let me see. 24-17. That boy Zachariah Branch is nasty.
You
gotta call.
Hey, that last play spooked Tremaine. He was like,
Yeah, he gonna run it. Yeah, let's get up out of here.
He was like, let's win the game. Let's.
Cozy is terrible. Clock management. 2 timeouts blown before the 4th. Check. Oh, he blew 2 times. Oh my gosh. Checkmate came in. What?
So let me ask you this, Scotty.
What's up?
Do you think Cozy could get it done at FAMU? No. I know he's not getting it done.
No. I've seen enough. Nope. I don't think he can get it done. I don't want him to get it done. No.
See, we got a lot of people here saying no, and this is what I'll say. This is where the climate of football has changed so much. In 2 years, he's probably had a complete roster turnover from the championship roster, right? Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, but yes and no. But yes and no. Because most coaches aren't given a championship roster when they step into the role. You get what I'm saying? So to have a championship roster your first year and to essentially go from having a championship roster, because think about it, Rocky. You come in, I come in, and I have all of spring to build depth. Because all my starters are solidified. My DBs are solidified. My quarterback's solidified with Daniel Richardson. I got running backs for days. All these pieces are been put in place by the previous regime. So there's not much I have to do other than build depth at these certain positions. O-line, D-line, just find depth pieces to be like, hey, once these guys go, you're plug and play. So to have that, and then your first year you have that, and then year 2 looks like dog doo-doo, like you don't have any talent. Nah.
Well. Let me say this. Let me kind of say this. When you also say, and this is just things that I've got gotten from just talking to people, whatever. When Willie was there, they were very happy with the success that Willie was having, right?
Okay.
At the same time, and I don't know how to say this without making it, this is not, because it's not necessarily negative. I'll just put it like this. The kind of kids Willie was bringing in
were edgy.
Yes, that's a great explanation. They were edgy kids. Edgy kids. And what I got was that was one of the things Cozy was gonna do. I don't know if he was gonna do because that's what he wanted to do, or he was given a directive to do it. That he was gonna get, and I just want to say, more clean cut kids.
Yeah.
Less edgy kids.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you that. Was that a directive of what the alumni wanted, or was that kind of what Cozy wanted?
I think it's a bit of both. I think, they wanted to fix the APR issues, so they wanted to start getting in better kids. But Cozy also, from what I've been told, said that this is how we're going. I'm not going to allow these things that Willie Simmons has done. This isn't going to be a Willie Simmons ran program where you can smoke weed and go out and get on the football field, where, you could do whatever. And listen, man, I've talked to players during that Willie Simmons year. They said, listen, Willie Simmons was not, listen, he, and the thing I love about it is all the players had respect, because he was like, yeah, that dude smokes a lot of weed, but he also gives me 5 sacks. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, listen, man, he can go out there and give me 5 sacks. That's what it comes down to. The kids from Georgia, the same thing. The kids from Alabama, the same thing.
So this is how I'll say this, Scotty, and this is what I always try to say. You have to determine what kind of program you want, right? And can you win with the kind of program you want? Yeah. Let me give you an example. I'm here in Waco. Everybody knows about Baylor. Everybody knows Baylor was trash for a long time, right? And then they started recruiting. They got a better coach, started recruiting better. But there were people that didn't like the fact that all of their kids didn't sound preppy and didn't dress a certain way and didn't.
Isn't Baylor a private school?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a private Baptist university.
Yeah.
So a lot of they didn't like the fact of that, but because they were wildly successful, Art Browns wasn't going to change that aspect to his program. You know what I mean? He wasn't. And this is a great comment, because this is right where I was going. The people at Baylor wanted their kids, their black boys that played, they wanted their black boys to sound like Notre Dame black boys.
Or Duke.
Or Duke's black boys.
Yeah.
And they sound closer to the University of Miami black boys. You know what I mean? And so what I'm saying is, certain people have an issue with that. When you give a kid the mic and they don't sound articulate and well spoken, but he caught 9 balls for 150 yards in the SWAC championship, and he's talking about, man, man, they want their guys to sound, well, I was given an opportunity by the coach. We worked on our skills over the summer. We came together as a unit. We all bought into what coach was teaching. And these are the results that we received on the field. I'm just a product of what happens when you work hard and you put your mind to it. And I just want to thank my teammates for supporting me in my endeavor to become a better athlete. You know what I mean? That's what they want to hear. They don't want to hear, man, I was out
there. Jesus, he dropped it. Ole Miss, Georgia.
Oh.
I'm sorry. He dropped it. He put it on the money. He dropped that drink. Jesus.
It says Notre Dame black players come from different environments as well. I agree with you. I completely agree. Let me mute.
Dang. Well, this defense got to step up. Yeah, this Ole Miss defense got to wake up because they have been playing absolutely terrible. Let me get back to what Rocky's saying, right? So, to me, I think what Cozy's issue, and it's funny. I'm gonna be honest. I had a conversation with Willie, and Willie, in the whole conversation, he never disparaged Cozy. All he did was laugh. I'm just give that. I want to give that, and I just want to give that. It was nothing. Willie never said, "Oh yeah, you right, Scotty." Oh yeah, he never said any of that. All he did was laugh. He just laughed. He said, "Boy, you a trip. You crazy." Because somebody sent him the Dear Coach Willie song off my album, and he called me and we chopped it up because he asked what's going on with FAMU, right? And so when he asked me that, I just kept it real. I said, "Cozy suck." You know what I'm saying? And of course, what does Willie do? He laughs, right? He said, "Boy, you a fool." And this is what I said to Willie. I said, "What bothers me is this: white coaches don't." Let me not. I don't want to do a blanket statement. I said North Dakota State does not have this problem, and they have gone through coach after coach after coach after coach, and what they do, they continue to win. Why? Because everybody follows the goddamn playbook, right? They like. All they do is hand that playbook, and they pass it to the next man. The head coach goes to get a Power 4 assistant coaching job, and then the next white man comes up. He wins at North Dakota State. And I said, Willie, all Cozy had to do was follow the game plan. Follow the game plan. But no, niggas want to come in and say, "I want to do it my way. It's my way or the highway. It's this." Your way hasn't won you anything. He hasn't won anything as a head coach. In Canada, he was ass. And he comes to Florida, now he's ass at Florida. Right? So again, people are like, "Scotty, what's the playbook?" The playbook was you recruit Tallahassee kids back to Tallahassee, right? And listen, and you find an offensive coordinator that throws it around the yard. You go get you a guy that you felt comfortable with, because Joe Henry, again, what does Joe Henry run? Not a goddamn thing. And Joe Henry comes in and he wants to do it all. We want to go this power running scheme. And that's why your ass was the OC in name only. You weren't calling no goddamn plays because you sucked. Right? So that's my thing is Willie should have, Cozy should have gone out and got him an offensive coordinator. Because I'm gonna tell you what, if I'm Cozy, I'm sitting down with Joe Henry. "Hey Joe, are we running Willie's playbook?" "No, I think I want." "Your playbook hasn't won us anything." "No, well, I just thought that your playbook hasn't won us anything. You've been under Willie for the last 5 to 6 years. Like, you didn't know." I go out and find me another OC. "Thank you for your time." And I go out and find me another OC I go get me a Tony Hall. I go get me a Harry Williams. I go get me somebody that's going to make this thing look a certain way, because I'm following the playbook. I'm following the playbook. So that's it. And again, Rocky, let's say this. What's the most difficult part is this. It's hard to tell championship kids what got them a championship doesn't work anymore. That's the worst thing you can do, is tell kids that have won a championship without you. You were in the building. You know what was going on. We won without you. And now you're coming here and telling us what doesn't work? That's crazy to me. So,
well, you know, over the course of these last 2 years, Scotty, I watched you kind of explain this a number of times. And in practice, I think what Cozy did was not necessarily a bad thing, what he did in practice. I think it's about where he did it at. That's more the issue. Meaning that and I didn't understand this when I first started following FAMU. Almost the personality of FAMU is throw the ball around the yard. I used to get on Willie for not running the ball enough. Like he would, in my opinion, he would pass for no reason, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that was the personality of FAMU. That's what the people in the stands wanted to see. That's what kind of they was known for. And Willie fully understood he wasn't gonna acquiesce to a power running game just because it won. We were gonna win on our terms, the way I like to play the game, or the way culturally we like to play the game.
And if you watch Willie, and I think oh my God, what a damn good catch. If you watch Willie at FIU, that's what makes Willie so great, is because that's 24. That's 24. What was my score? What was my score? What was my score? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Y'all say a lot about me. But listen, your boy be on it. That was my score, 24-17. I'm just saying. But I think, and if you watch Willie at FIU, that shows the greatness of Willie, though, right? Because he doesn't have what he would like to throw the ball around. He's running the ball. I mean, he's running the air out the ball at FIU. He's simply saying, I ain't got that guy at quarterback. I ain't got those dogs at wide receiver. I got to run the ball. And his running back just went for over 200 yards last game. You see what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
But that just shows you the greatness of Willie, that he's able to change what he would do to fit his personnel. If I ain't got it, I just ain't got it. And we got to win a certain different type of way. But that's just the greatness in Willie. But at FAMU, he knew what he wanted to do. He knew he could find these kids at Florida that going to run around the yard and just catch passes and get loose or whatever, right? Like, so that's just my little 2 cents on that.
Yeah, and again, from talking to people at FAMU, they want to win a certain way. They don't want to get in the eye and hand the ball off to. And essentially, what Cozy's doing is letting no boy just throw the ball. Not because he's any good throwing it. You know, let me say that. He's having a good day passing the ball. I don't want to take that away from him.
Yeah.
But it may be Alcorn, reason why he's having such a good day passing the ball. We'll see. Because is this the first day he's had a good day passing the ball all year?
The last game was against a D2 opponent, Albany State. Absolutely.
Now let me ask you this here. All right. Say Cozy got bullied into playing Jet Petty.
He did. And that's why he set him up for failure playing him against NCCU. Because RJ Johnson does the same game. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying. So has Cozy made his point now?
No, because again, Rocky, this is why it bothered me so bad. Is you set Jet Petty up to fail. Your team wasn't good. And then you're playing the best team in black college football, one of the best teams in black college football. Then you come back the next week, you don't play Jet. You play RJ Johnson, sorry ass, against they're 1-5 for a reason, Rocky. Why couldn't you play Jet Petty against Alcorn and see what he does? No, man. He set that kid up for failure. Real talk. And to me, that's egregious how he did that kid. It really is. It really truly is.
But I think, but let me say this. What was he supposed to do?
What do you mean?
He didn't want to play Jet. As the head coach.
Then you just play RJ. You just play RJ.
But you just said he got bullied into playing Jet.
Yeah, but Willie got bullied into sitting Musa. Did he ever sit Musa?
Great point.
People were saying Musa, and he winning. Musa was winning, and people still wanted him benched because they felt the offense wasn't explosive enough. And Willie comes out and says, Moose is my guy. All right, that's all Cozy. Listen, man, it's his team. Perfect example, Eric Dooley. Everybody was telling him Bashawn McCray is not a starting quarterback. He died on that hill. That's fine. If you want to die on your hill, that's cool. Nobody can be mad at you for dying on your hill. But don't play it in people's faces. And if I'm Jet, you played in my face. Like you didn't have us come in and swap out like RJ do something, I do something. You started me the whole fucking game against one of the best teams in college black football, knowing our team is not that good. And then the next week playing the worst team in college football, black college football, I don't even get a snap. Come on, man.
That's a very interesting observation, Scotty.
Listen,
because I definitely believe he got bullied into playing Jet. I definitely think he. But you saying, but again, you were quoted as saying, if he comes out here and doesn't play Jet this week, Cozy needs to be fired. That's what you said.
Yeah.
And he played it.
But my thing is, did he give him a real opportunity?
Now that can be evaluated.
Did you give him a real, bro, Rocky, it's like this, right? If you're perfect example, we play in youth football and we're coaching, I'm coaching, and this mom keeps saying, my son's a running back, my son's a running back, my son's a running back, my son's a running back. And we keep telling her he doesn't like contact. He doesn't like contact. How can he be a running back? He doesn't like to get hit, right? So the head coach says, you know what? All right, we're going to put him in the game. And we're just going to run the ball back to back to back 3 straight times. We never got a yard. We lost more yards than we got. And he looks back to the mom and says, is he a running back? You see what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things to where for Jet, like for what Cozy did was, to me, was that in the situation. You put Jet Petty up against the best team in black college football, knowing you're not talented, knowing your coaching staff is not talented enough to put him in situations to be beneficial. And then you turn around and look at everybody and say, is he a quarterback? But you don't play him against the bad teams. You don't play him against Alcorns of the world. You don't play him against the Howards of the world. You don't play him against Rocky. He gets them going against the Albany State game. He don't even get to finish that game. He's the only reason they won the Albany State game, because he got them going. After half, he goes back to RJ. The disrespect, again, if you're going to be fair, be fair. If you're going to be fair, be fair.
And if you had, and I'll say this, if you had a idea to be fair to him, you would at least gave him some snaps against Alabama State. Yeah.
When you're getting blown out.
Upside down. Round girl, you're turning me inside out. Yeah, you're right.
Not a Rocky, not a snap, not a series, not a snap, nothing. Not even in the garbage time minutes.
Yeah.
Did the kid get a snap? Come on, man.
So that's that's an interesting way to look at it, Scotty. I didn't really look at it like I didn't like the. So what I didn't like was, and this is one of the things that I have observed from FAMU. This is my assessment of FAMU. They have a very involved and engaged alumni that wants to call shots. Be honest, Scotty. They want to call shots, right?
They want to be involved. They want to be involved.
Right?
Yep, they want to be involved.
But at the same time, it also seems like when they call the shot and the shot doesn't work out, it's still on the person
Who
that they pressured to call a shot. Like, again, you can, but and it's almost like the alumni wants it both ways. They want to call the shots.
And dude. That's so black. That's so black. And he is. And real. That is so black. I love us, man. I love black people, man.
Yeah.
And this is right. PWIs do the same too. You know, them big time boosters, they wanna feel involved.
And I'm just saying in this situation, and I'm just talking about over the football side. And of course, I don't know, you know, the whole history and everything. But what I'm just saying, just on the football side, y'all didn't like a certain person. She could have hired Vince Lombardi, and they still would have protested. You know what I mean?
This dude, boy, you something else.
No, I'm just saying. No, but that's the reality, right? Nothing. Okay, let me ask you this here, Scotty. Was there a compromise that she could have made that people would have been happy with?
She could have interviewed the actual candidates and not gave them sham interviews. Like that's again, sometimes you just got to go through the process of and okay, I want to give both sides to it, right? Do most championship programs, once that championship coach leaves, do most championship programs elevate the guy? Yes, they usually do. There's a guy that they feel is in the vicinity or whatever because they want to keep the continuity together, and they elevate a guy. I agree with that. But don't elevate the fucking DB coach. Elevate the freaking defensive coordinator who got your dark clouds defense. Elevate Billy Rowe, who's a FAMU legend. Don't elevate the freaking DB coach. What'd he do? He coaching DBs. At least with Billy Rowe, the name alone brings you validity.
Okay, let me push back a little bit, Scotty. We are right now. The SWAC is under siege right now by Dion's tight end coach.
Fair. But he also had been the OC at NCCU when they went to the championship.
Okay.
So he's
point taken.
Yeah,
point taken. Point taken.
And he's a Jackson State legend. Well, I won't say legend. He's a Jackson State great. So, you know what I'm saying? He's played wide receiver at Jackson State. He played quarterback.
He was their guy. Just go ahead and say it. He was their guy.
Ashley Robinson kept him on staff for a reason.
Yeah.
And see, if KJ Black was on the staff, I think you elevate KJ Black. And you keep everybody. You keep Smitty. But when you hire Cozy and everybody felt that they got the sham job interview, that's why everybody left. That's why Smitty left. That's why Billy Rowe left. Everybody felt like they got shammed.
Okay, so Scotty, you the president. I'm the AD.
Yeah.
And I go to you, and we got to replace Bishop, right?
Yeah.
And you say, protocol would be, hey, we got to replace Bishop. How do you think we should handle this? How do you want me to handle this? Or vice versa. I give you some options. Hey, we can have a committee, right? Or I have a guy that I can bring on that's pretty solid. I can save about $100,000 on salary from what we were paying Willie. And, you know, he would be a pretty solid hire. He has a long resume, championship pedigree, whatever. And the president says, okay, let's explore that, right? I go do it. Why does she take all the heat for doing it though? And the president don't take none of the heat in that. That's what I did. The president don't take none of the heat for allowing her to do it. Because he was clearly on board if she was pulling it off that way.
I think why my issue is this. it's because it was a sham. Okay? Let's take the Bishop out of it and let's just keep it FAMU because I don't want to get in the weeds of anything. I really want to talk about what it is. The issue is this. The issue is that's tough, man. Ole Miss. The issue is this. If you have been part of a championship team and a championship culture, and you felt like you don't even get you couldn't even give me the decency to give me a job interview, like a legit job interview for the position. Come on, Rock. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're the defensive coordinator and you've had the dark cloud defense or whatever they want to call it, the steel curtain. Let's say you're coaching college football and you got the steel curtain. You got the #1 defense in FCS. You're the defensive coordinator. You just won a black national championship and you can't get a job interview for the head coaching job? While a guy at Division II football who hadn't won anything, nothing, nada, he gets the job, he gets the job handed to him. Come on, Rock. You'll feel some type of way.
Hey, but that's also why I say, as the president, what is more important than the football coach on campus? Please let me know.
In HBCU, is the president.
No. I'm talking about as the president. What is the biggest priority for me as a president? And I know all the academic stuff, but I'm just talking about what's going to get my name in the paper, what's going to get us recognition. What, you know what I mean? Is there anything bigger move than the football coach move that's going to create interest and notoriety for our university?
I don't know.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, to me, the president almost has to be interested in how that process takes place. He can't be hands off completely, especially with an AD that's been on the job about a year in her first athletic director job.
Yeah. See, and this is the thing. I think if you have a seasoned AD, you don't have this problem. I don't think Cozy gets this job. If Angela Suggs is the AD, which she should have been in the initial meeting, I don't think you lose Willie. I think you get Willie on a re-signed contract, but he leaves after the first. I think you get a back-to-back national champion. Let me say that. And then he leaves. Yeah. I don't think he leaves after the first championship because he doesn't like the AD. You get what I'm saying? Like, yes, the opportunity came available, but at the same time, he didn't like his situation. He didn't like the AD. He didn't like what was going on behind the scenes. So he dips, which was better because, I'm sorry, let me change the score. Which is better because he's like, listen, I'm getting paid the same amount of money for less headache out to tell running backs to run up the hole. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could be a running back coach, you know what I'm saying? For $500,000 in North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? So, again, I think that's just a better situation. And it's not hard when you don't first of all, when you don't have to be there, like, I have an option to do something different. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I got a force to be here. I got choices. Oh yeah, I'm taking that choice. So you're telling me I can go to a place where I make the same amount of money, less headaches, get a bullet resume, right? Get a new bullet resume because now I'm a Power 5 assistant coach. I have that under my name. Come on, man. It's easy money. My thing is this: if you have a seasoned AD in that position, I don't think you have the issues that you see. I think Angela really sits down. First of all, Gibbs is not even a choice. I don't think Gibbs is even a.
Well, like I say, what I did never understand, and I mentioned this before, Scotty. Like, everybody has super heat for the AD.
Yeah.
But the person who hired the AD, they were okay with him. Like, that's what got me. Like, they had tremendous heat for the AD, but when you mention what's the standing on the guy who hired the AD, and y'all were like, "Oh no, he's doing good things. He's getting us to an R1." But that's the same guy who hired the person y'all don't like.
And that's why they didn't want him dealing with The athletics. You know, Kofi said that all the time. They said he's a great president outside of his time. Anytime he does anything with athletics, it goes wrong. It goes wrong. That's why people didn't want. That's why they went to the committee route, Rocky. That's why they did the committee, so he wouldn't be involved in it.
What do you mean, Bobby? Bobby, what do you mean by not true, Rocky? I don't want to be lying on folks, so tell me what I said that wasn't true if I misunderstood.
Nobody in the committee that recommended it to the president to make the hire, nobody in the committee recommended her.
No, I know that part, but in that year, it was tremendous heat for her, and it wasn't the same heat for the president. That's all I'm saying. Like, they would rarely say anything negative about the president, in my opinion.
They would in regards to athletics, but you can't. You have to, with Robinson, you have to separate athletics and his philanthropy for the school and getting research dollars. He's great at, you can be great at one thing and not be good at another. So all the backlash that he would get would be because, bro, why are you touching athletics? You suck at it. Stick to your nerdy stuff.
Okay. Okay, maybe that's what I'm misunderstanding. Is I understood, in my opinion, I thought the AD was the president's hire. So y'all telling me it works a different way. Okay. So who's supposed to hire the AD then or make that decision?
The president hired her.
No. What I'm saying is that the president was not supposed to make the decision on the AD. I'm saying who is the committee? Okay.
The committee was supposed to. The committee makes the decision, and he just agrees with the decision. That's how it was supposed to happen. But how he did it was he poo-pooed the committee's decision and made his own decision. So again, if it wasn't for the $237 million, the 237 donation, Larry Robinson, nobody would have no FAMU alums gonna tell you they had a problem with Larry Robinson.
Boy. If it wasn't for the monopoly money.
Boy, I get you every time. Get you every time, man. Get you every time. But yeah, so if he makes the pick from whoever the committee chose, first of all, Gibbs is not even in the decision. Now I don't know how that AD will work with Robinson. With Willie, yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I know Angela would have, because that's a great throw. Oh, wow, that was a great throw by RJ. But I don't know how Willie would have received them, right? But we don't know. That's all hindsight 2020. But at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is. And, you know, for what I've heard and talked to some people from FAMU, listen, man, FAMU is a very political, family-oriented, like, it's all about who you know and how connected your family is and how connected you are to. It's a lot of politics. It's a lot of politics at FAMU, and at most HBCUs there's a lot of politics. But they're at PWIs as well. So I don't want to act like they're not. Let me not say, I don't want to say like it's just HBCU. But in this argument, in this conversation, I'm just speaking on the nuances of a FAMU, and that's why to me, you have to go when you're hiring this head coach. I hate to say it. It's not a traditional job that everybody can just walk into, right? Like, that's why I think Quinn Gray is a perfect fit. That's why I think Teddy Bridgewater is a great fit, because Teddy Bridgewater probably brings in Billy Rowe. You know what I'm saying? Because Billy Rowe's a FAMU great. He knows how to deal with the old heads. He won't let Teddy Bridgewater get caught up in them crazy politics and stuff like that. So FAMU, and Willie told me this personally. He said, I would never wish FAMU as a first-time coach's job. He said it's just too much. He said it's too much. He said if that was my if that was my first head coaching job, I would fail. That's what he said. That's what he said.
And that's my thing, Scotty. When you talk about and again, when you talk about Southern, when you talk about Grambling, when you talk about FAMU, when you talk about even Tennessee State, right? Those jobs should not go to first-year coaches.
I agree.
Those jobs should not go to first-year coaches. Yeah. Those jobs should go to seasoned, winning I would recommend championship level coaches who have a resume and who have winning and experience on their head coaching resume. I don't know why that's not done more in HBCU football, especially those programs. There's no reason that 4 or 5 years ago that Southern should have went into the season with an interim coach with Jason Rollins.
Yeah.
No way. That's like Alabama going into a season with an interim coach. Ohio State going into a season with an interim coach.
That's a good point. See, and this is, yes, they can. If you go to the lower, listen, man, you guys got to start looking at your programs as stepping stones, because that's what FCS programs are, stepping stones to get you to your next job. So all you are is a conduit for good coach. You should just be a good coach. Come in, good coach, go out. Good coach come in, good coach go out, right? So you go look at the D2 and D3 NAIA guys, and you're like, hey, because listen, man, football does not change, just the players. That football does not. If you got a great scheme, you got a great scheme. It's just the players. The players get bigger, faster, stronger as the levels go up. But football is the same, right? So if you're rambling a Southern and you don't want to go the celebrity route, your ass need to turn down and get you a D2 national guy or a D2 high-level guy. Because, again, the HBCUs are overpaying for bad coaches.
You know, my man says, can they pay them kind of coaches? Bro, if Tremaine Jackson can go from Valdosta State, perennial power, D2, I have no idea what he was making at Valdosta State. I have some idea of what he's making at Prairie View, but I don't know specifically, right? For just round numbers, let's just say he was making 200 at Valdosta State. He's making 300 at Prairie View, right? I think for that kind of coach, a coach that coached in the national championship game at the Division II level for $100,000 for $300,000, that's a bargain. If you go get the runner-up this year, it's Southern, whoever the runner-up is, in the Division II national championship, if you can go get that guy for $300,000, go get him.
That should be the plan. That should be the goal. D3 championship guy, NAIA championship guy, JUCO national championship guy, guys who are competing. Listen, man, and you really like JUCO players. You really should love JUCO coaches. Why? Because they're used to the turnover. They're used to only having kids for 1 or 2 years. In and out. Got to get a new guy. Got to go recruit this guy. Now, again, admission requirements and all that does play a factor. We get that, right? But you got to go get guys that are used to being creative in recruiting, used to looking at it in a different way and executing it in a different way as well. Man, Alcorn, listen, fam, you better not lose this game, boy. It's coming down to the wire. It's a game.
I wanted to answer this. She say, cool Rocky Fur, FAMU. I'm for everybody black. That's who I'm for, just so you know. Straight up, I'm for everybody black. But no,
the Wale song.
Yeah. So my point is, I want FAMU to have the best coach. Man, you know, one of the things that's frustrating to me, just as a football fan, is when they go play these other FCS schools and they get mopped. I spend so much time covering, interviewing, talking about a group of schools that when they play outside of their group, people be like, what are they doing over there?
Yeah.
You know, I want Southern to go up against a Nichols, and Nichols know that it's going to be a fight all day long.
Yeah, and again, I'd rather you lose by 3, a touch 6, 7, than get beat 50. Yeah, that's yeah. What? Why would Alcorn? Oh my gosh, man! I cannot stand this play calling. Alcorn.
Well,
play action right there.
Well, like I'll say this. Now let me put my man up here, Pastor Vic. Pastor Vic, and with all due respect, FCS coaches usually don't go to a P4 or P5 program when they leave FCS program. They usually go to a group of 5.
That's not always true. Jerry,
I mean, no. I'm talking about generally speaking. Like of course, Signetti did. Well, no, Signetti was there when he elevated with James Madison, didn't he?
Yeah.
Because James Madison was FCS.
Yeah.
And then they became FBS, and then he went to Indiana. So again, but most of the time, guys, a FCS coach becomes a group of 5 coach.
Yeah, they become an assistant. They either go become an assistant at a P4 or they become an assistant at a G5. They don't really.
Yeah.
Willie's the anomaly to be a head coach at a G5 level.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, and that's game. That's game. Game, set, match. Game, set, match. And see, and the reason I hate this is because Alcorn is really a bad team. So this win really doesn't. It really doesn't. It doesn't really. They're supposed to win this game because Alcorn is that bad. You know what I'm saying? But let them have their fun. Let them have their fun.
Man, you know what? Scotty, look me in the eye and tell me who's the better coach, Cedric Thomas or James Cozy III?
Neither one. I think they're both bad. I think Cozy has more talent.
Okay.
If I'm that's a great question. If I'm being honest, I think I'll take Cedric over Cozy. If you put a gun to my head and said you got to choose a coach, I'm taking Cedric over Cozy.
Okay.
I just think Cozy has more talent on his team. That's it. If you give me the same 2 teams, everything's even, I'm taking Cedric over Cozy.
Okay, I'll ask you this. Since we're talking them two, when you're talking regression since the coaching change, they both got the jobs in the same year.
Yeah.
Who's had the most regression from the time they got the job?
Cedric. And let me say why. Team regression is fam. Individual regression is Cedric, because you were the defensive coordinator. Cozy wasn't the defensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? He was just a DB coach. And your defense looking as bad as it does, that's a reflection on you. No other you were the defensive coordinator. So there's nobody else to blame. So that's why individual regression, like of just coaching position, has to be Cedric.
I don't disagree. I think in all honesty, I think FAMU has had they've had some difficult games. I'll just put it like that.
Yeah.
I think Cedric has played some mid teams and performed horribly.
Boy.
I think he's failed further than FAMU. I think so. If FAMU plays, because I think player for player, I think FAMU could put up a pretty good fight against Prairie View.
Yeah, just off talent. Yeah,
just off talent.
Yeah, just off talent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
And I think we're looking at the Alabama State loss as a bad loss. However, they're beating everybody but Jackson State.
Yeah. and they missed it on the 1 yard line, right? So
yeah.
Wow. This special teams is bad for FAMU That kid just ran straight up the gut, Rock. I mean, got to the 50-yard line, literally running straight up the hole. That's crazy. So, I mean, they do play Southern next. FAMU's a better team than Southern. Just talent-wise. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're just a better team.
And FAMU has done something that Mr. Campbell said something to me that was like astonishing. Like, they haven't scored over 21 points in so many games or something like that. And against a Division I opponent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they got 33 today. So that's progress. That's progress.
Yeah, they need it.
But at this point, is this version of Alcorn a Division I team?
No, definitely not. Definitely not. I think, if I'm being honest, I think they will lose to Kentucky State, this Alcorn game. I think they would really lose to Kentucky State. Let me see who won between that Grambling and UAPB game. Probably Grambling. UAPB was playing bad, man. They should have won. They lost. Oh, it's delayed. It's still in the weather delay. Oh, okay.
It's still 14-7?
Yeah, it's in the weather delay still.
Yeah, okay. Let me see, man, this damn near a D2. Yeah.
Oh, man. So Prairie View looks like they're going to come out with the win today. Dang, if Southern don't score on their homecoming, like not a point. Oh, man, that's tough.
What does the stands look like in Southern? I hadn't paid attention to it.
They looked pretty full when I scanned it.
Like I say, Southern Homecoming, we went last year. Southern Homecoming is a good time.
It was lit.
You don't miss that. I don't give a damn who playing or what the team. And last year, they did when we went to the homecoming, the deal was it's homecoming. We not even expecting nothing, and they messed around and beat Alcorn.
Yeah, they won. Yeah.
And I don't think they lost another game the rest of the. Well, they may have lost one, but if that.
Yeah, and Alcorn came in as a better team.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. That was crazy. And they beat them with one play inside zone. Yeah, they beat them with one play inside zone.
Texas Southern and Mississippi Valley edge they games out, you know.
They ain't edge no games out. I think I saw it was like 51 or something with Texas Southern. Boy, Jalen Tolbert out here looking like Patrick Mahomes.
Let me ask you this, guy. If Alcorn doesn't win another game, are they forced to make a change?
Well, from what I heard from G talking about, he was saying that they don't have the money to pay because I think he has 2 years left on his contract. I think this is year 2, right? Yeah, this is year 2 for Colgan.
Wow.
Yeah, so I don't think they have enough money to pay him out.
So by default, he gets to keep his job.
Yeah, I just think it's one of those things to where it's like, hey, we G was like, you can find $200,000 to pay out a coach, but but you can't find $200,000 for the kids to make sure that, because he said they only got one pair of cleats and stuff like that. I'm like, damn. So it's all about priorities. If we're talking, if we're keeping it a buck.
Who is the head coach at UAB now? They're in the game with Michigan. I mean, with Memphis.
At UAB? Oh,
yeah.
I think it's,
they fired Dilfer. I was just wondering who they put as the interim.
I think it was like Henderson something, Devron. It's a white boy. It's a skinny white boy. I saw it when I was what's the score?
31-30.
Oh, wow.
Again, and Memphis is ranked 22.
Yeah. And I think they got one of the best rushing attacks in college football as well.
Oh, well, now it's 24-30 because I guess they called that touchdown back.
The kicker, Morton Anderson, his son is the UA. There you go. Right there. Hey, man, it's still a game. Oh, and FAMU doesn't have any timeouts. Oh, my goodness. I think Alcorn going to pull this out. I really think Alcorn gonna pull this out. They can't do that right before they kick the ball off. They can't do that with the lights.
They can blow it out. I think they got to stop at the ready whistle. No? Wow. Oh, everybody got their oh no, fam, you don't have.
Fam, you don't have no timeouts.
Can they run the ball?
No. Now, I think if they do some stuff on the edges, I think they might be able to pull it off. But just off what it is, what they've been doing, I don't think so.
RJ gonna have to run the ball. All that celebrating they did after they scored a touchdown, they let them score, come back and score another one.
Yeah. Here we go.
Let's see. Do you throw the ball here, Scotty? Because that's how you've been moving it all day.
I think you do. Well, I was a little bit behind. I'm up to date now, so I think they just threw it.
So it's 2nd and 3, and the clock's going to wind down to the 2-minute timeout.
Yeah, you may be in front of me.
Yeah, 2nd and 3 right here.
They throwing that thing.
See, this is the thing I have a problem with. See, now Cozy is going to have this false sense of quarterbacking from RJ that he's like, oh yeah, we found our guy, we did this and we did it, and it's like you played Alcorn. You played Alcorn.
Who does he get confidence against then, Scotty? If he doesn't get it against Alcorn, I mean,
listen, you do what you got to do. Listen, do what you got to do. But again, don't blow it up bigger than what it's supposed to be. I'll just say that.
I see what you're saying. He can't get that "I told you so" mentality.
You see what I'm saying? Like that's my thing. That's my thing.
Because you're saying RJ pretty much ain't proved nothing.
Any decent competition, he hasn't played well. It's probably the best game he's had all season. And they still making Predator movies? God, oh. See, and this is the part of Prairie View I don't like. Prairie View goes on these long droughts. Like they just don't score. And it's like, and they'll be okay with winning the game 17-3, but like, bro, but you had 17 since the second quarter. And you haven't scored.
Hey, bro, they get ultra conservative. Ultra conservative.
I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Watch how conservative they are, man. I told you. Now, what I think he's doing though, Scotty, he's trying to manage the game from the coaching position. You know what I mean? That's what I think he's trying to do, like just manage the game.
All right, here you go. FAMU's back on.
But your defense ain't that good. That's my point.
You might want to click on your thing and push the lightning bolt on your ESPN, and it'll probably update.
What you 3rd and 3 now? Still? I mean, second and
3.
All right, I mean. And I'll let you know when it snaps. Snapped.
You're in front of me.
1 yard, 2 yards, you think about it. First down, you just reset, let the clock tick.
Oh, good stop. Good stop.
Now you call timeout.
Well, Eric Thomas Jr.
Call timeout.
Immediately a tackle for a loss. To your point, Jay.
They did.
Exactly that. Timeout called and executed just the way you said it could happen, and it needed to happen for Cedric Thomas. So now 3rd and 4. They've got 2 timeouts left. You set it up there. Now on third down, what do you do?
Alabama State A&M next Saturday.
Suicide type blitz. They're gonna play zero
Magic
coverage.
City
They may show
Classic.
one high, but they got to stop the run. And if you're A&M, you've seen enough man-to-man. I'm yet to see them run an effective pick route. Two guys.
You think Alabama State can score 50?
Easy. On that A&M defense, easy.
Some type of crossing routes.
No. Oh, because you so thick.
Don't come out with a formation and stay with her.
But I think
Come out
so
with a
far.
formation
You
and shift
been for a
so
long
they can
time.
show you that it's clearly man-to-man. That way the quarterback can find his best matchup.
I'm blitzing right here. I'm blitzing right here. I ain't even gonna play with it. I'm blitzing right here. You speed him up. Speed him up and get the ball out of his hands. I think RJ goes to the bottom corner right here, probably to the running back in the flat or something like that.
RJ dotting them up. He dotting them up.
Oh, they're going to mark him.
Give him the first down right away.
Yep.
Now he dotting them up.
They finally ran that type of rub route where kind of, got to make the referee make the call.
Not dotting them up.
That's a gutsy. Hey man, that's a gutsy call, man.
What do you mean gutsy? You gotta get the first down regardless.
Extend the lead, put him up to 33 points, and now with 2 timeouts.
Oh, his stat line gonna be crazy. Now I'm gonna run the quarterback though. I'm gonna run the quarterback here.
If it was close and he was going down, but huge for Florida A&M.
Timeout.
Well, the pal just keeps on moving.
They gotta get a stop right here. If they don't get a stop right here, that's game.
Timeout is on the way.
How you letting RJ Johnson beat you is crazy.
And based on timing, Jay.
Let's look at that crucial third down play. The slant route coming, so they got a good rub in. He's going down right on it, right on that 35. Secured the catch there.
See,
each time we've seen
that's just a great. That's a good call.
picked on, but they just ran a slant pattern and the out pattern. Got a little rub. That's what created the separation.
So now with 1 minute and 12 seconds left, if you're
And again, you know my philosophy. If you're a defensive guy, defense can't be your issue. I just can't. I can't stress that enough. If you're a defensive guy as a head coach, defense cannot be your problem. If you're an offensive guy as a head coach,
Do you have opinion of whether it's personnel or scheme or both?
I'm not a defensive guy, so I couldn't really tell you like what exactly it is. It just hasn't looked good. The game.
Like on that play, everybody's blocked up. Look at it. Everybody's blocked up.
Yeah.
He had to make an impact. Got to the outside.
That's a bad tackle by number 5.
Oh, the guy that went low?
Yeah, that's a bad tackle. You got to stay high and run through him.
the clock stops, slides out of bounds, and so now
Oh, he must have stepped out of bounds.
Yeah.
Alcorn State just for the moment. Ball security is going to be at a premium here now.
I wouldn't even
With 65 seconds left.
I take the knees.
This one should be over, my friend. I don't know why they still running plays, but
Yeah, I mean, if they take. Yeah, I mean, that's game right there. 2 knees. This should be over.
yeah.
Anticipate that you would see victory formation.
Take the knee.
Let me see. Yeah, that's two. Yeah, that's hey. They matter of fact, it's 2 knees, and they don't even. It's 4th down, but they don't have to run a play.
Yeah.
This is over with. They don't have any more timeouts left. So 2 knees and let's go. If you miss by 2 seconds, okay, but you think by the time they take the knee, take 1 second and get down, it should be ball game.
Again, the surge that we have seen from Florida A&M in this second
Let me look at something here.
Go back to a couple of big plays that helped along the way, aided by a couple of big penalties that kept drives going. And the knee
Yeah, that's
taken,
tough.
said Thomas, who is, we said earlier,
Boy, say get to live to fight another day.
his team just not able to pull it
Can they beat Southern?
Tough bus ride back. They had to take the bus here too, so that's a tough one there.
Come on,
I
right.
get something off my chest. Something
All right. Can they beat Pine Bluff?
that the football team was booed by some people, students, and other folks there.
Can they beat Alabama A&M?
Football players put in too much work. You can take
They can beat them.
from the other schools.
Can they beat Bethune?
I don't think so.
Has to be your home crowd. They've got to support you.
Can they beat Valley?
Sometimes you're giving their best. You may not get the results that you want.
I think that might be a better game than people think.
For better or for worse. Just had to say that too.
So he can end up what, 6-6?
Possibly.
You let him go at 6-6?
The football team victorious here on homecoming. They are able to secure the win as needed. 7th straight.
Do you let Cozy go at 6-6, guys?
Absolutely. 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 Because what every year you've gotten worse. First year, worse than the last year. Next year, you're worse than the year before last. There's no progression.
28 win on homecoming over Alcorn State.
So you mean to tell me Alcorn is going to keep a coach that's potentially going to be 1-10,
Shoo!
and the guy that goes 6-6 gets fired?
Yeah, expectations. Expectations get you messed up every time.
My man Lawrence Brown says, I let him go at 7-5.
Expectations. Expectations.
They won the game, and my man
Still let
said,
him go. Still fired.
yeah, man.
It's one of those, man. All right, man. But I'm about to get up out of here, Rocky.
All right, then, brother.
Yeah.
I'm out of here too, man.
All right, bro. Appreciate you, man.
No problem.